Oh. Pribadinya ke
Multiple enemies B.
Walls up.
Multiple enemies B.
Spike down B.
Loading.
onside.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Oh, situ.
Teleport's ready.
Last player standing.
Forget it.
Buang.
Everyone's motor functions okay? I know humans get tired.
Jet, chamber. Oh, gua nggak mau main omen anjing, males.
Water rising. Right there. Flooding them. Jahat.
Bro. Lu pada kemana? Tower. Tower tuh.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Nice. Take Spectre. Cuman gue jauh banget anjing jalan.
Spike spotted A.
One bullet per enemy. That should be enough, yes?
Pistolnya minta. Reyna can drop pistol. Reyna. Pistol. Thank you. Sudah sama
Stay
Mas,
in the
serius
moment.
lah. Lu nipu mulu pan, malas gue pan sama lu. Ah, gara-gara kalian ini pan, cok. Emen. Onside.
Spike down A.
Side, jet. Side.
Spotted A.
Teleport.
Yorek.
Last player standing.
Ini jetnya.
You get a pick, we move in. Got it?
Iron.
Ultimate ready.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Weapon here.
Defuse.
Was that important?
Water rising. It seems these strangers want me dead.
I am so. You think you wanna try?
Show them how we fight.
Get out of my way!
Walls up.
My ult's ready.
Flooding them. Wave crashing.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player
there.
standing.
Anyone feel bad for the other team? At this point,
Wala garang
it's only
pasok
natural.
na. Ako na makanyang wife ya. Gimana ya? If you think you wanna try.
Are they still trying? You want to play? Let's play.
Enemy spotted B.
Water rising.
Tango down.
Wave crashing.
Ayaw niya nga parang nembak, Cok. Sumpah. Oh, di bawah. Gue kira di atas, Cok. B.
Last player standing.
Anjing ini.
Spike planted.
Menso gini amat ya? Nanti jatuh dong. Aduh. Tadi kurang guys.
These new friends of ours are not too friendly.
OP. Buang OP tuh jatuh.
Reloading.
They are so dead.
Ultimate ready.
Target sighted egg. Target sighted egg.
Joke's over. You're dead. Let's burn the die.
Spike planted.
It's too slow.
Last player standing.
Teleport's ready.
The symphony of
Ah,
Can someone spot me?
Sukriya.
Shukriya. Thank you.
Oke, Ti.
Water rising. Flooding them. Shield going up.
Face your fear! Spike down B.
I don't think so.
One enemy remaining.
Not my balls up.
Anjing tembakan gua nge-wave, Cok. Untuk menang.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a
Itu
team.
pedang, Cok, walaupun
So,
nge-wave.
what's the plan?
Walaupun nge-wave ya.
Get out of my way!
Spike down A.
Shutting them down. Two suppressed.
Reloading.
Bi.
Wave crashing.
Flash.
Enemy spotted B.
Spike down B.
Weapon here.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die.
Sukriya. Halo Bang Palo. Halo Bang Kuaci. Nanti ya akhir 3 bulan lagi kita balik main mulai lagi Bang Kuaci.
No loose ends.
Atau 2 bulan lagi kali. Mungkin 2 bulan sih, 2 bulan.
Got your ultimate ready. Flooding them. Let's turn the tide.
Spike planted.
Joke's over.
One
You're
enemy
dead.
remaining. Last player standing.
Miss. GG. Bilang GG langsung mati, Cok. Astaga.
Race it to the spike site.
Chamber, can I have your vandal speed chamber?
Sekarang bulan 6 ya. Sekarang bulan 6. Juni, Juli, Agustus, September. Ya, September. September baru gua main mulai lagi. Ada HP.
Oh, vandal speed.
September sih, ya. Pas ulang tahun paling gue beli HP.
Wave crashing.
Careful here.
Spike down B.
Water rising.
There they are.
Flooding them.
Last player standing. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Anjay.
Nice, bro.
Anjay. Nice one, nice one.
Clutch.
What can I say? I do this for a living.
Last round before the switch.
Nice, nice.
Don't be cheap. Spend it all before it's
GG kali.
Thanks.
Speak up if you need a gun. Speak up if you need a gun.
Rena, kan request Rena. Cuek, Rena cuek.
Embarrass them.
Ya udahlah.
You want to play? Let's play. Water rising.
Your fault.
Bi.
Night night. Watch this.
Wave crashing. Ultimate ready. Walls up. Reloaded.
Last player standing.
Target down.
Spike planted.
Wave crashing.
Ah, ilah. Ente banget.
Switching sides.
Conflict is
Lumayan ya,
not my
PRX ya?
first choice, but that choice was made.
Oh, udah main ya?
Ya mungkin akan berbeda. Nasi sudah menjadi bubur. Genit. Ya nah belum tahu ada berapa.
Kasih nonton deh. Abis itu nonton ini, nonton PRX. Lupa cok, PRX main. Astaga. Sama ya?
reloading.
Try not to get
Go,
shot,
go,
okay?
go, go.
Walls up.
Knife deployed.
Reloading.
One suppressed.
Be faster.
Spike planted. Excusez-moi. Enemy A.
Enemy spotted. A.
One enemy remaining.
Outrun me?
The enemy
Sama.
only looks composed.
Oh deh, abis itu nonton
Their
PRX deh.
hearts tell a different story.
Gua kira main jam satuan.
Dalam sight. Terlihat
Udah,
sangat
udah,
menyedihkan
udah.
bagi PRX.
Anjir lagi bantai nih. Berarti BO7 ya?
Bleed them dry.
Lo juga BO7.
Water rising.
Knife deployed.
Flooding them. They found my trap. Wave crashing.
One enemy remaining.
Water rising.
Macam orang.
Suppress it.
Masa saving? Lah,
Please do not mistake my smile. I
Ada
take this all
uang.
very
bonus
seriously.
run.
Go.
Speak up if you need a gun. Speak up if you need a gun. Speak up if you need a gun.
Apa? Ini.
Need a drop.
If you think you wanna try.
Walls up. Wave crashing.
Patch this.
Reloading.
Spike planted. Ultimate
ult's
red.
ready.
Flooding them.
Reloading. What's this?
One go.
Deserve to die.
One enemy remaining.
Walls up. All targets clear. No stopping now. Not until the job is done.
Nah, masih bisa nih. Udah main anjing, Nokia belum main, cok.
I can buy for you.
Ini seperti kebantai gini. Nice rokok. Aduh. Spike. Drop spike.
Carrying
Stay
spike.
down.
Water rising. Flooding them.
Go inside.
Bro, get.
Spike down A.
I have this back.
Get. You check your bottom.
Last player standing.
Get. Why you don't check?
I will fulfill my purpose.
Need a drop.
Right there.
Thank you.
Aram se. Walls up.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
My ult right.
One enemy remaining.
Joke's over. You're dead. Right flank. Ultimate ready. Flooding them.
I told you, bro.
Blocking fire. Water rising.
Last player standing.
You're back. Nice.
Let's get these idiots.
Anjir. Gobi. I have ult. Gobi.
No. You need to entry.
Come.
Shutting them down.
Walls up.
Ult's ready. No one walks away.
Flooding them.
Phoenix kill.
Not yet.
Bro.
Flashbang.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
But you're not part of my bigger picture.
Match point.
I could fight forever, but we should wrap this up.
Okay, go away, guys. Hebo, go with team. I will go.
Let's get this done.
Water rising.
Flash.
Shield going out. Spike planted. Wave crashing. Wave crashing.
Last player standing. Face your fear!
Bro, the heck? Lebih merata cok anjing. Punten ente.
Let
Apa,
us see what
Dimas?
they have planned for us this time.
Aku ntar komenin lagi deh. Kemarin aku kemarin. Bentar deh, gua keluarin daily-nya dulu.
Reloading.
Can someone spot me?
Syukria.
Shukriya. Thank you. It's now or
Bener gak sih?
never.
Akun lu kan ya Mas ya? Gua lupa lagi.
You want to
out of my
play?
way.
Let's play.
Walls up.
Shutting them down. Point suppressed.
Blocking sight.
Flashbang.
Blocking fire.
Enemy spotted A.
Spike planted.
Enemy killed.
Aduh,
My
anjing mesti sama Jet.
Last player standing.
Ah. Sabar. Anak mana aku mainin, cuman belum naik, ntar aku naikin lagi. Agak susah aja main solo emang.
Come on guys.
Go B. Supermarket. Together.
If I power down, restart me. You leave me for scrap?
Come. Together, guys.
Need a drop.
Thanks.
Can someone spot me? Shukriya. Thank you.
I will. Fast.
Be careful, chamber.
Cok, aku mau nonton PRX anjing.
Water rising. Let's turn the tide.
Reloading.
Masih jatuh dia.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Astaga.
Spike down B.
I got this fight.
Renanya ngumpet doang anjing, gak mau nongol.
Flash.
Cutting their vision.
Kalah lagi dong. No.
Spike planted.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Teleport's ready.
Nice one.
Attackers win.
Faces. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I should go before someone recognizes me.
Gua nonton bentar.
Memang Iji pertahanan yang sangat solid. Tuh 150. Lu gimana sih? 200 Horti. 150. Hah? 150 gua bener. Iya, gua yang sering beli shorty. Nah, tadi lu bilang lu jangan beli shorty. Mana sih? Makanya gua tahu lu yang bilang 200. Ya, sorry dah. Gua yang bener ya, teman-teman ya. Respect emang Pak Isti.
Keluar, bisa.
Parah
Jangan
lu, harus inilah klarifikasi Bekasi ini. Ya udah maaf ya guys, gua salah. Ya nah gitu dong. Oke. Cowok harus mengakui. Gua akui gua salah. Oke. Ya, emang salah. Oke, kita mulai.
Pada kemana?
Bapak Isi
Bubar.
dibully gua nih. Ya tapi Iji sekarang harusnya mereka bakal maksimalin attacker side mereka. Kita tahu Joe Gamer dan Iwan gerakannya gila banget.
Woi Raven,
Kenapa ya, kocak?
Mereka yang cukup oke.
login cok.
Login apa anjing, gua lagi main Valo.
Ya main ML aja lah.
ML sore.
Masalah besar
Tipu terus.
bagi PRX.
Kapan sih Pir? Ini Pir? Reset season?
Antara PRX. Gue bakal expect mereka
Reset season kapan?
Gak terlalu defense sama.
Reset season
Lebih ofensif depan.
2 hari lagi.
Defense
Minggu depan.
bukannya obelisk.
Ya kalau gua udah lama gak main kan. Kalau grading sekarang tuh gimana grading sekarang?
Yang 4700 powernya.
Ya sama.
Kalau udah 10 dapat apa? Bintang berapa?
Yang trip
25 kan.
Oh langsung 25. Ah? Emang langsung 25?
Ya, Winged lah. Oh iya itu Flying Dutchman. Blue Ice Dragon. Itu mah Blue Ice White
Pernah.
Dragon. Oh iya. Gimana sih lu bukan mau Shulugio, lu udah pakai Naruto aja.
Shulugio.
Dulu di PS1 tuh disatu-satuin gagal. Oke, kita fokus aja teman-teman ya. Daripada ngomongin yang lain. 8-4 sekarang skor sementara Iji akan start sebagai attacker dan juga PRX akan start sebagai defender di second half ini.
Kayaknya nggak bisa ini deh.
Satu sama skor sementara untuk map berbagi. Forsaken akan pick langsung dash.
Bisakah? Oh bisa.
Karena banyak sekali pemain yang melakukan pick di arah mid, control mid sekarang. Dan sekarang pemain-pemain dari tim PRX, oke, si JRS agak kecil bang.
Ya.
Tapi Kom sudah memberikan informasi dengan shift line. Oh, di sisi lain si JRS tumbang. Di tangan Bustio, Forsaken bisa mendapatkan kill, smoke dibuka. Dan flash juga masih bisa di dodge. Tangan yang handal dari seorang Forsaken.
Oh nice.
Bisa mendapatkan double kill. Dash. 2 melawan 4, spike-nya pun drop.
Aduh lewat lagi.
Jauh, gemo, jauh. Ya, jauh.
Nice.
Langsung di swing. Mind freak. Bisa mendapatkan jauh, gemo.
Udah Glock sini. 3.
Tersisa Ahmad Bustio. Dan ternyata masih bisa mendapatkan kill. Terisap
30 seconds left.
Bustio masih
Nice.
Dan langsung tumbang di tangan Davai. 85 PRX punya kesempatan besar untuk memperkecil ketertinggalan.
Gue login Valo sih. Kenapa nih?
Ke depan.
Ini baru gue mau login Valo.
Kill yang penting, spike drop, delay power itu besar. Sehingga EG progres mereka masuk ke dalam site benar-benar terhambat secara berkala. Ciptakan chaos di A side-nya. Harusnya mereka bakal fokus di round ini. Kelihatan ya. Mereka bakal bermain lebih pasif ke belakang. Karena gak ada alasan. Snake bite dilemparkan.
Antuh.
Akses masuk.
Aduh.
Mustio menang.
Davai.
Davai tumbang tapi ada Forsaken yang membalas kill. Ke arah Bustio. Satu smoke hilang. Masih ada main streak. Jauh game gak ketik sama botnya. Di area ramen.
Udah 503 kan? Bentar lagi silver.
Sementara EG masih bersikeras melakukan reheat ke arah B-side. Spike masih di sewer. Sementara mid control yang menjadi pilihan utama.
Aduh,
Bagi EG, Demon One.
Anjing, timing.
Dia bakal ke spot anti-flash.
Nice.
Tidak mengexpect adanya main freak. Menang senjata. Jadi jauh lebih kuat.
Aduh.
Dibredet,
Bang Udut.
Bingung harus nembak arah siapa. Dan A-side yang akan ditempuh. Suara air sudah terdengar.
Listen.
Dari Ethan.
Nice.
Akan ditangkap oleh Forsaken. Marshallnya menciptakan
Nice.
kerusakan. Yang ketiga connect.
Nice.
Yang keempat.
Anjir.
Marshall.
Jason.
Tajam. Pedang sovereign. Menghujam jantung pemain-pemain EG.
GG, Cok.
Tidak lain tidak bukan adalah Forsaken sebagai eksekutornya.
Marshallnya serem banget. Kenapa tuh? Ada tantangan mungkin berantem. Iya. PRX dapat 10 kill 1 juta. Kalau ini push up. Nah,
Biar sehat, Re.
mana 1 juta gue? Langsung tulis di kolom komentar. Langsung ramai. Mana Putra?
Mana Putra 1 juta gua?
Oh ini SJW coy.
Emang ya?
Itu SJW kocak. Kelihatan. Oke. Oh itu menang berarti mereka push up. Kita lihat aja. Forsaken. Pagi-pagi beli operator coy.
Anjing.
Percaya dirinya pemain yang satu ini. Dan sekarang
Tiba-tiba ada OP anjing.
Demon One. Ide gila pakai operator di round bonus tapi tetap menghasilkan. Investasi yang tidak bodong tentunya. PRX sekarang menguasai dan ini kesulitan untuk mendapatkan space. Mengingat ada operator CJRS menggunakan operator mini yang terdengar. Forsaken hilang di tangan jauh gemo. Dan 4 melawan 4 sekarang.
JJ.
Masih ada Jing. Ternyata Jing bakalan dihindari. Tidak ingin bermain dengan Jing. Aku tidak ingin bermain dengan Jing. Pemain-pemain dari tim EG mungkin seperti itu kayak, oh ada Jing coy. Oke, flash dibuka.
Oh, si Gares.
Dan Bustio sudah set up. Tentunya Jing akan berpindah tempat. Jauh sekali dari fan. Dan sekarang Jing tidak akan terjek sampai mendapatkan si JRS. Tembak.
Jing, nice.
Berhasil mendapatkan kill. Jing dengan double kill.
Aduh.
Jauh gemo coba untuk melakukan spray jalan combo pun.
Nice.
Coy. 87 bonus round didapatkan oleh tim PRX.
Tapi buang OP. Apalah.
Pergerakan Jing yang sangat manis.
Anjing lakukan malah push up.
Oh,
Ya, itu SJW.
berarti PRX dapat round mereka push up. Iya.
SJW.
Tapi ini dia keren banget dari Jing. Bersembunyi di balik smoke.
Ini nih nyari jatah mati dia. Udah nyari jatahnya hilang.
Dia mau ngambil senjata.
Anjing Jason OP lagi.
Dipaksa bermain Iko. Satchel cepat dari jauh game.
Aduh.
Dia menang. Jing tumbang dan Badal tersebut bisa di-recover oleh jauh game. Sementara Bumbot mengikuti si Jares. Juru kunci B-side. Namun Davai datang sebagai bantuan bagi jauh game. atau lebih tepatnya bagi si Jares.
Nice. Nice Bang Udut. Nice.
Menang dia, Mind Freak pun sama halnya. Ada Forsaken dengan operator bakal dikejar. Updraft dash, jauh kemo, gak sabar. Dan Satchel tidak akan mendapatkan pergerakan maksimal.
Anjing.
Namun
Dar.
Demon yang menang. Shorty si Jares, connect.
GG Bang Udut.
3 HP Demon 1. Namun kita tahu dia masih berbahaya meskipun dengan HP yang begitu.
Aduh. Bang Udut.
Si Jares. Crosshair-nya tepat.
Aduh.
Tidak. Tumbang
Lag
dia.
banget anjing.
1 melawan 1, suddenly winnable. Untuk Demon 1.
Aaron.
Karena Demon 1 dash out. Buying some time, Mind Freak ngedrop ke bawah. Demon 1 bermain dengan makanannya. Bermain dengan Mind Freak. Mind Freak pun mulai panik. Smoke ditarik. Waktu terus berdetik, tembakan demi tembakan didengarkan. Namun dia mau bermain sabar. Mencari keberadaan Mind Freak.
Nice.
Dia kalah. Dan Mind Freak memenangkan round tersebut untuk PRX 8-sama.
Ya, harusnya ya. Demon One lebih sabar. Dia udah denger beberapa tembakan juga ada step. Kayak terlalu lebar menurut gua. Ya, pick yang dilakukan oleh seorang Demon One di posisi seperti itu. Biasanya dia lebih sabar tapi ini momennya nggak pas banget si JRS. Lagi megang burungnya terbang. Dan tentunya Top G kembali memperlihatkan bagaimana tenangnya main yang satu ini.
OP lagi.
Sama.
OP 3 round.
Bukan imbang. Belum ada 1 round pun didapatkan oleh tim EG. 4 round berturut-turut. Membuat sulit tentunya EG harus melakukan eksekusi macam apa coy. Toxic screen dibangun, motion cloud dibangun, tidak dibuat nyaman pemain dari tim PRX untuk melakukan pick. Dan sekarang Trailblazer
Ketahuan.
cek napaknya. Jing pun langsung menghindari dengan satchelnya. 2 satchel sudah digunakan. Namun ada push yang dilakukan. Oh no. Dan di sisi lain Jing bisa mendapatkan jauh ke Mo.
Nice.
Mind Freak.
Nice.
Dan Jing pun bisa mendapatkan
close.
lolos. PRX tidak memberikan side.
Sama lagi.
10 push up per round. 300 push up.
Anjing.
Lihat Lianto tuh, kehabisan napas Lianto.
Dijelasin tuh 10 push up coy.
Ya berarti kalau targetnya 300 push up tadi Re.
Iya. Respect.
Biasanya bangun, Cok. Round ini.
Pemain PRX sudah mulai mendapatkan momentum mereka. Mari kita lihat sekarang jauh Kemo. Flash.
Aduh.
Kepala Jing langsung dihabiskan. Terbang sang Demon. Mendapatkan mangsanya. Dengan sangat cepat mereka mencoba untuk membongkar di side. Bustio. Headshotnya.
Aduh.
Peluru tersebut bersarang di kepala si Jares.
Apakah bisa 2 Indo?
Heal akan di-administer kepada Demon 1. Mind Freak. Perlu diingat, ini adalah eco round bagi EG. Sekarang Ethan akan dilihat Demon 1. Tumbang.
Aduh.
Mind Freak dikejar.
Ente.
Dan Com akan
dapat OP.
Heal terakhir Thrifty round EG. How do they keep doing this?
Dapat OP dia.
Momentum yang didapatkan oleh EG dengan cara Thrifty. Setelah mereka ngecok 5 round, kemudian dibuka dengan Thrifty. Ini kesempatan besar.
Ini Jingnya di situ mulu, Cok. Posisinya.
Kelihatan palanya doang dari Jing. Dan langsung dimanfaatkan dengan sangat baik. Bustio pun Jares memang terkena efek flash cuma sedikit doang. Tapi tetap saja Bustio langsung
Mau di push.
yang satu itu dan ini dia. Ada stopper ditambah dengan ada gravity well. Jing ya kena. Padahal lagi
Nice Jing.
Bisa mendapatkan kill di sisi lain jauh ke Mo.
Nice.
Jadi Jing double kill.
Nice.
Ada Demon 1. Si JRS melakukan trade-nya. 2 melawan 3. Nice mini games diperlihatkan oleh tim PRX. Tenang, itu adalah ultimate ancaman. Yang penting Jing bisa dapat double kill. Berganti dengan Phantom. Demon 1. Davai akan mengikuti ubur-ubur tersebut. Dan ternyata berubur sudah mendapatkan informasi.
Fight. Nice.
Double kill, headshot.
Ope.
Delphi
Oh, ada yang
mengamankan angka yang ke-10 untuk tim PRX.
Oh, round yang sangat penting. Mereka langsung agresif, tancap gas. Jing unlucky banget dengan showstoppernya.
gue lupa ya.
Karena udah kena gravity well, tapi ya udah.
Astaga, lupa gue.
Dia berhasil membersihkan hal
Lupa tadi, cowok.
Ini sebenarnya
Maaf dah.
jawaban yang
Dia Davai.
dia pakai stinger kill 2 bukan pakai showstoppernya.
Showstopper pengalihan isu doang.
Iya.
Oke.
Itu emang udah direncanakan, gue udah tahu banget.
PRX ya bang?
Salah.
Timeout, EG.
Tadi layarnya live orang, cok. Lupa gue.
Harusnya mereka yang nge-call karena
Goblok.
mereka udah mulai kena pressure nih. PRX akhirnya berhasil menemukan momentum mereka. They have found their footing here in split. Double digit di tangan PRX. Sementara EG dia mulai struggle. Mereka seperti susah banget menangin first lane. Di A side mungkin terlihat gampang. Mereka selalu bisa mendapatkan first lane-nya. Menangin first blood juga. Hanya dengan beberapa senjata terbatas. Namun sekarang ujian mereka menjadi semakin sulit. Seperti mereka akan melakukan buy. Dan Kom akan diberikan Spectre di menuan dengan operatornya. Jadi gue expect mereka bakal bermain lebih slow karena saat attacker sepertinya dengan operator tidak bisa terlalu keras. Tapi perlu diingat Viper Spirit ada di tangan Davai. Sementara Mind Freak punya Cosmic Divide. Dilakukan oleh Demon One. Melewati toxic screen yang membelah A main. Tipis-tipis. Mereka coba masuki A side-nya. Flash. Bersama dengan informasi yang dimasuk. Si GRS. Harusnya dia nggak melakukan wide pick. Dan Jing diselimutin smoke. Dia bermain agresif lagi dan lagi. Tapi dia nggak expect di belakangnya ada Jogemo. Tumbang dia. Dan Demon One langsung tarik mundur karena dia tahu mid control didapatkan. Namun rehit sepertinya akan dilakukan oleh pemain-pemain EG. Dimana si Jares masih bertahan. Viper Speed dibuka Davai. Menutup akses masuk ke dalam B-side atau A-side. Shorty di tangan.
Nongol, Pirt.
Miss the shot untuk Forsaken. Tidak bisa mendapatkan Bustio. Cari yang kedua. Tidak bisa. Berani sekali Forsaken.
Oh, mereka muterin A-nya.
Dapatkan sepenuhnya. Hanya Davai sendirian. Mindfreak dapat Bustio. Davai masih berdansa. Sendirian saja dia kalah. Ethan membuka A-side. Jauh game pun. Tapi Forsaken yang memenangkan duelnya Heaven.
Heal.
Kembali Cosmic Divide. Sudah dibuka oleh Mindfreak. Demon One dengan operatornya. Viper Speed balasan dari Kom. Forsaken tiptoeing, mengendap masuk, miso-misoin dulu Cosmic Divide-nya. Demon One best shot. Forsaken masih berusaha untuk mencari jalan. Si Jares yang berhasil masuk lebih duluan, mendapatkan kill ke arah Ethan. 2 melawan 2 sekarang. Demon One terlalu tipis. Forsaken ditangkap, tumbang dia. Shorty dari Mindfreak gagal. Dan EG 10 sama. Mereka samakan kedudukan.
Yap, Viper Speed yang langsung diaktifkan sehingga banyak keuntungan yang dimiliki oleh para pemain dari EG. Viper Speed Davai dihindari dengan cara mereka melakukan push ke arah Heaven A, kemudian ke arah screen, dan tentunya tidak ada kewaspadaan dari tim PRX. Memang sempat melihat ke arah belakang tapi kalah fight dari seorang Davai. Jadi banyak space yang didapatkan juga oleh tim EG. Forsaken dengan operatornya. Ada smoke. Forsaken terus melakukan push. Flash dibuka. Informasi masuk. Forsaken diusir dengan satu buah pain shell tapi masih bisa mendapatkan jauh. Bahkan yang kedua Forsaken
Dua-duanya lagi anjing culik.
memberikan satu keuntungan yang besar sekarang untuk tim PRX. 3 melawan 5. Bustio
Harus dapat info sih mereka mid.
sama halnya nampaknya keringan pick yang akan dilakukan si GRS.
Tuh, si Gires.
Sekarang coba untuk menghindari, dan snake bite pun memaksa si GRS.
Satu mid, satu itu, dapat info.
Trailblazernya 3 melawan 5 tentunya. Kom coba
Nice.
dari arah elbow. Kom pun
Ada Davai.
nampaknya meminta bantuan kepada Bustio. Ada heal diberikan, 3 pemain dari tim EG sudah ada di sekitar side A.
Oh, ini mau gas A sih masih. Udah masih A ini.
Sudah turun, akan dimanfaatkan. Second.
Masih kan datang.
Dua kill yang
Jing coba nyari.
seharusnya
Manfred nahan.
lebih
Dapat tuh.
terlihat tipis sekali Davai. Si JRS masih
Nice.
dan triple kill by 4 second. 11-10.
Lagi bentar cok ngebacanya.
Ada hal yang bisa kita highlight karena mereka sangat membutuhkan Arsenal ini, mereka membutuhkan ekonomi. Flawless round ini sangat penting bagi PRX.
Dar, anjing, tracknya bisa gitu.
Bahkan yang kedua dia jumping tadi. Gila banget. Tim Nuan pun
Loh, kaget ya. Kaget anjing.
kaget dia. Forsaken akhirnya on fire. Mulai mendapatkan momentum PRX.
Let's go PRX.
Klasik, satu Vandal, satu Stinger. Strategi EG untuk menghadapi round 22. PRX satu win lagi menuju match point. Ada showstopper yang langsung.
Iya, nyangkut. Nyangkut jauh gimana anjing palanya.
Sepertinya terjedut, tapi dia turun.
Ai,
Tangkap,
main freak.
ternyata main freak yang tumbang.
Nice.
Jares, blind spray. Mendapatkan Demon One, Ethan tertangkap oleh satu pecel.
Nice.
Dia menang.
Apa-apa, nice.
2 melawan 3 sekarang. Terlihat sangat genting.
Oh no.
Flank of his life bakal dipoto.
Nice.
Untungnya Damai menang. Ambustio.
Udah kedengeran sih harusnya.
Dia membutuhkan clutch. Dia membutuhkan keajaiban. Membalikan keadaan ini.
Nice, Fai.
Tidak ada keajaiban yang akan datang. Doa-doanya tidak dijawab. Karena Davai berhasil nge-shut
Nice point ya.
12-10.
PRJ nggak mas? Ngapain PRJ?
PRX.
Ayo aja gua mas.
12-10.
Tapi ngapain PRJ?
Si GRS
Dekat PRJ tinggal jalan.
dengan spray yang sangat menawan
Baru kan?
memperlihatkan through the smoke berhasil mendapatkan kill. Dan tentunya PRX mempunyai kesempatan untuk mendapatkan map yang kedua. Iya. Perwakilan Asia Pasifik kita. Best of 5 series menjadi jawaban tentunya untuk final lower bracket. Siapa yang akan melawan dari tim nanti. Tim dibuka. Ini hero round penentuan untuk tim EG.
Anjing fake itu cok.
Oke.
Dia ke B anjing.
Coba untuk di pick. Demon One. Ada smoke yang dibuka. Mind Freak akan bertahan. Mind Freak masih bertahan. Mind Freak.
Nice.
Mind Freak. Dan masih Mind Freak double kill.
Nice.
Bustio melakukan trade-nya. Namun di sisi
Nice.
lain bisa mendapatkan kill bersama dengan si JRS. Dan Bustio tersisa tumbang di tangan Davai. 13-10. PRX mendapatkan map yang ketiga.
Kejar cok.
Satu win lagi menuju grand final. What a story it would be. 5 pemain ini tidak habis spirit, tidak habis tenaga, tidak gentar sama sekali. Dan EG
Di OP gitu 3 orang anjing.
93. Yang kita lihat di Lotus bahkan 84. Yang kita lihat di split mereka
Tadi 75 kayaknya. 75 kalau nggak salah.
momentum mereka
Tinggal
bagus.
banget cok.
Ini semua terlihat sebagai mimpi, tapi mimpi tersebut hampir menjadi kenyataan. PRX just one more win untuk mencapai Grand Final Masters bagi PRX dan bagi Asia Pasifik untuk kedua kalinya dalam sejarah Masters. Just one more win.
Ya, lu bisa lihat bagaimana entrance ataupun ini mereka keluar kayak ini coy. Kita kayak di ring
Dulu ya.
ini tau gak sih Smackdown.
Smackdown.
Suasananya men
Lebih dekat sama pro player,
lebih dekat,
jadi lebih interaktif.
betul. Tapi ini dia untuk tayangan ulang. Mungkin teman-teman yang ketinggalan apa saja yang terjadi di
Mana ngajak PRJ? Orang kayak hilang.
Found.
bahwa PRX
I'll fight anybody. I'll fight everybody.
Well, only a kid can order his mail.
That's not true. I know that's not true.
Spike rush.
Make the right choice, even if it calls for sacrifice.
Spike rush.
Reloading.
Sejam lagi balik.
Cutting through.
Enemy spotted.
Spike planted.
Kaget gua anjing.
Reloading.
Aduh.
Time to hunt. Reloading. Oops. Reloading.
Kemarin tuh pas lagi ngomongin rujak sekarang stress dan anxiety.
Heal up, squad. Out of healing. I'm out of stuff. Walk out. Reloading. Rift Walker's dead. Reloading. Forge us a path, Sky. I'll be right behind you.
Marshall. Pokoknya nonton PRX dong, harus balik.
Time to jump. Decoy.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted A.
Cover going out. Enemy spotted mid.
Fake teleport. Double's dead.
Enemy spotted mid.
I'll return.
Last player standing.
Three. My ult's ready.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Portal closed. Cutting through. Fake teleport.
Anjing. Jadi main pisau bangsat. Maki.
Last round in the half.
My burden never ends.
Decoy. Time to jump.
I've got your trail.
I'll handle this.
Enemy spotted.
I'm back.
Enemy spotted A. Files ready.
Back soon.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left. Switching sides.
Reloading.
The luck ran out.
I need to blow something up.
Cutting through.
Hawk out.
Decoy.
Hawk out. Lock in sight.
Stealing sight.
Idiot.
Reloading. Nailed them.
Spike planted.
Anjing, pas bukan gua.
Reloading. And,
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
You forget your place.
oh man, thank goodness you're on our side. Aye, great work, amigo.
Belum. Katakanlah
We're not equals. Let's go.
kalau
Hawk out.
Time to jump.
Shadows traveling.
Hawk out. Enemy spotted. One down.
Reloading.
My ult's ready.
Out of here.
I'll handle this. Here.
One enemy remaining.
I'm back. Cutting through.
Reloading.
Match point.
One last fight, everyone. We can do it.
Sabar ya, udah kelar.
Keep up.
Time to jump.
Hawk out.
Here. Blinding.
What's this? Hawk out. Hi, I'm pissed.
Who's next?
Last player standing.
Over here. Time to jump. Fake teleport.
Anjing, gak nembak lo.
Sudden death.
Mantap.
Reloading. Let's make them dance.
Cutting through.
Hawk out.
Hawk out. See ya.
Fake teleport. Time to jump. Decoy. Killed them. Fake teleport.
Enemy spotted me.
I've got your trail.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready. I'll handle this. I'm back. Wow, you really
Attackers win.
Was that supposed to be a fight?
Aman kah?
Benar-benar bisa bikin pemain-pemain dari Evil Genius agak sedikit kepikiran. Kita tadi ngelihat di main, mereka pas tahu bahwasanya oh ini mainnya diambil nih soal pemain-pemain dari PRX, ada 2 pemain yang udah ke spot dari ada bikin. Mereka coba puter, tapi mereka skip midnya, mereka pindah ke main, ternyata di situ ada Dava, ternyata di situ masih ada Siguress, dan itu yang menurut gua pemain-pemain dari Evil Genius tuh nggak sadar-sadar. Kalau misalnya untuk bongkar pertahanan apa yang dibawain sama PRX adalah lo harus punya mid control dulu.
Iya.
Ketika lu nggak punya mid, lu mau coba untuk ke kiri ke kanan yang lu nggak ngecek pakai utility resource udah kebuang banyak di awal, ya lu nggak akan bisa ngapa-ngapain.
Iya, karena mereka nggak punya map control.
Iya,
Bahkan
samsak.
waktu terus berdetik sampai sisa 30 detik itu mereka nggak punya itu sama sekali. Mereka nggak tahu exact position, mereka nggak tahu PRX bakal bawain kayak gimana. Jadinya rasa-rasanya keberadaan pemain-pemain PRX ini kayak menebar teror. Jadi iya, kita nggak tahu apa yang akan terjadi Pearl, apalagi di Pearl adalah salah satu map yang menurut gua karakternya lumayan mirip sama Split.
Iya.
Yang bisa dimainin di area midnya, lu mau ke arah billing, tiba-tiba ternyata billing dapat kontrol pushnya ke arah A, dan ini bakal menarik banget. Apakah EG akan tetap overthinking dengan pembawaan PRX yang bikin mereka anxious all the time, apalagi Phoenix akan seperti biasa di tangan oleh Jing, jadi akan menarik dengan pembawaan CGRS yang berbeda. Killjoy
Pasti.
tentunya. Dan apakah EG punya kunci jawaban, karena so far di Valorant Masters Tokyo, Pearl belum pernah dijajaki sama EG sama sekali.
Itu jadi pertanyaan, seberapa maksimal mereka punya utility, seberapa mereka berani, seberapa mereka nggak overthinking, seberapa kali ini performanya bisa lebih up lagi daripada map-map sebelumnya, karena secara performa ini sangat menakutkan. PRX lagi percaya diri, mereka tipikal yang main tetap nge-push bagaimanapun juga, mereka tetap ambil out control sebagai defender, mereka adalah tim yang gak takut-takut untuk ambil satu decision yang mungkin gak biasa sama tim lain, benar-benar in your face Valorant, dan itu yang jadi salah satu kekuatan mereka yang gak terduga.
Ya itu gue setuju banget sih, in your face Valorant, dan di Pearl kita bakal sering banget melihat push di arah side, Bilong di arah A-main. A-main pasti
Jing ambil
orb, udah pasti run it back. Oh, kalau bisa setiap round diambil, dia ambil, dan itu yang akan terjadi. Kita lihat.
Diantar-antarin sama Dava terus, soalnya dikasih guiding light, bener-bener.
Oh, si Gears main Killjoy.
banget lah untuk Jing bisa untuk menguasai dari orb itu. Jadi sebenarnya itu dari Evil Genius, mereka bakal bawain seperti apa ya? Memang.
Oh, Jogi mau main Harbor.
Smoke yaitu Harbor dan juga Viper, ini adalah meta yang udah mulai diadaptasi oleh hampir semua negara juga. Tapi mengingat ya kenapa itu bisa work untuk Cloud, karena mereka punya Aspas, dan di Mon 1 gue nggak lihat performa operatornya ini sama kayak hari-hari kemarin, jadi kelihatannya bakalan 3-1 untuk PRX, prediksi gue sekarang.
Alright, menarik, tapi kita nggak tahu EG, mungkin ini adalah kartu asnya, jadi kita lihat saja. Pearl, Evil Geniuses melawan PRX, akankah 3-1 atau 2 sama? Silakan para casters diramakan.
Tapi di sini nggak ada jawaban 17. Ada 16 dan 14.
Tidak konsisten dari seorang Dev. Padahal dia tadi prediksi tim dari EG. Tiba-tiba dia prediksi 3-1 untuk PRX karena melihat permainan dari PRX yang sudah mulai mendominasi. Tapi sebenarnya, masih ada 2 map lagi. Benar. Semuanya masih bisa terjadi. Gue masih percaya diri dengan 3-2 untuk tim dari EG.
Nah, kalau gue sih masih percaya PRX sih, kayak ini kulminasi dari storyline.
Kayak lebih enak nonton ini deh.
Final tanpa something, memang something selalu
Apa namanya? Nonton
adanya sejarah, mereka harus banyak adaptasi.
Ya.
Dan adaptasi mereka works. Memang sejarah gak se, gak se.
So, I think they were planning something very specific that relied on them getting.
Kan telat kan, Cok, bener telat anjing.
And now, no dash, just the shorty. Might be able to salvage a weapon from
Freak sih mati.
Mind Freak. Is that why they're going back over here? Probably. Would make sense. Yeah, there it is. There's the gun he's looking for.
Just try and knife out to jiggle and get the ghost online.
Well, there it is. No one was ready to meet them. They're going to be hearing this though. Footsteps abound. Jorgamo is holding it. Util waiting for this now as the fight starts to come through. Onto the heaven angle. Precision is there for the game, but a time on the classic. Running out of bullets all the way through. Com gets brought down.
Anjing like.
Damage was done. Nanoswarm at his feet. You're feeling it right now. Turned to pieces. 11 seconds left in this round. Weak enough for the plant. This has to be stuck all the way. Pressure. It's there. Fighting towards it. CGRS brought down in the end. And Boostio leading the Chargers team. Carves out a path right through the middle.
I was worried. I was definitely concerned when Com had a classic in his hand.
Ya 720 deh.
PRX get the second and start to respond. How many rounds does EG need here? There's any number. The belief in PRX to make any level of comeback is...
We've had so many, so hard
First buy.
Here's another twist and turn. PRX are going to force into this.
Yeah.
They pulled this one out before. I think it was in the game against NRG.
They're one of the worst teams in terms of pistol round conversions actually heading into this match.
Just win the second round.
But yeah, and part of the reason why they're so successful is because they opt into these forces all the way through. Stingers into the back of it. This time Jorgamo will meet them.
Nice thing.
Onto the heels of Komi, seeking to reposition. Vulnerable up. Enough damage done, but the bullets spraying around. Cove in his face. He can't get the weapon out in time. It's just punishments all over the place. Dissipation of the smoke. Grants an easy sightline. Ult's already built up. Why not expend it? Round 2, by the way. Round 2. And still hunting him down with a rifle. But blinders are back. Demon 1 cannot stand his ground.
Anjing bener-bener gaming.
Response. And that's PRX to a T.
Bener-bener lari gitu loh.
Side, utilizing the plant money and the fact that they got quite a few kills in round 1. But still, I mean, this is only stingers. And they
Ini jauh game pertama kali pakai harbor
it
kan?
really does feel like a hive mind when you watch PRX play in these kind of spots.
Yeah, easy to be on the same page when you know everybody's just sole goal is to int as hard as possible. Somebody says go, like, right, we're going in.
We're going. Everybody has immaculate faith in each other.
Anjing gue
to be
gaming
able
kok.
to always go forwards, nobody baiting. And I mean, the fact that Jing got his ult online and is now starting to farm up the second in round 3.
2, 3.
Ridiculous.
Aduh.
Forsaken, no. Oh, loses the fight out to the classic.
Jadon.
Give us a thrifty back the other way as well.
And it's a hard flank, isn't it? All grouped up here. Art control still going to be gained. Held on to
Apakah
at least
Thrifty versus
partially by
Thrifty?
Boostio.
Apakah?
Doesn't want to go down here. Mind Freak. Exploration. Picking up that mid position. Jiggle peek for the information.
Aduh.
And there we go, meeting them. That's the rifle drop down once more. An exchange of hands back in the other direction. Nanoswarm is there. Who's going to pick this one up? It's Jorgamo. They got to know everybody's coming from that choke point. Devi is on the angle of it. Free fire.
Nice.
Lovely flash. Devi is setting the pace of this round excellently.
Nice.
They can't withstand it. And they're all grouped up like that. All the sight lines set on that one angle.
An excellent demonstration of how being aggressive can sometimes be the best option in those kind of situations. Rather than allowing the death ball of EG to go towards them with the 2-player advantage, Devi chooses to break up the timings by finding those moments to take fights and flash his way back out. Seems a little risky sometimes, but there, played to perfection. Okay, so we stabilize a little. EG can buy this round, PRX, 3 rifles, and a stinger on cigarettes.
The ults are starting to get flowing as well. Playing for these orbs. Pushing deep out towards A. It's a lot of aggression and util used on either side of the extremities. Orb gained.
And sometimes Demon 1 is going to be posted up in A main off the back of the Trailblazer and Cascade being used. This time, nobody from EG. So what they're hoping for here is that PRX make a lot of noise re-clearing this area. Like that, for example, the flash, the footsteps.
Mereka nge-stuck B
give
loh.
the timing.
What, they're just walking up behind it. They used
Oh,
the initial flash, which I think was out of range of Demon 1, by the way.
Yeah,
he was holding far enough away.
Walking
and
A,
they
jalan.
walked the rest of it.
Meanwhile, EG are just stacked over towards B and now realize that
Bisa
B
ngambil
is
ult.
not coming. It's time to go back over to the other side of the map. But you can see that they did have a timing here.
I think PRX might be in front of it, though. And here, finally, noise cues onto the site. Stars come through, the dash on top of it. This is going to be called now, but there's no positioning to absorb any of this aggression. EG are all the way in spawn. Seekers going to be pushing them back.
And there is a major retake ultimate. The Reckoning is fabulous in these kind of spots.
That's why PRX are in their spawn right now. They want to try and fight them to it. They're anticipating it. Here's the Reckoning. Do they push forward?
Ooh.
They're all stunned up. A flash for a flash. Utils have to be used back and forth, back and forth. Which
Apaan tuh
team
warga gitu,
will reign
anjing?
supreme? It looks like
Aduh.
it's all EG.
Yo.
Boostio. Sublime.
Off the back of a Reckoning that couldn't fail to catch those players.
Jadi itu perkara
If you manage
ultinya
to
si
run out of your
Harbor.
own stun circle, you're just running into somebody else's. Jorgamo's ultimate could not have found more value. And credit to PRX for trying to throw utility themselves to get out of that spot. But as
Kenapa
soon as
nggak
Lucio gets in
ulti
behind,
Dave
there's no
dulu ya?
hope.
Ulti Dave baru line up gitu.
Lovely transfer. And so Boostio with that. Enough damage done across the board here. He's built up his lockdown, or may have had it prior as well, but still a big ultimate to lead into this next.
Yeah, he's just got that online with those kills, you're right. But I'm looking at Jing. You know, he's over here with the rest of the players, picking up his second Phoenix ult in round 5.
Why EG are putting such a heavy emphasis over controlling one area of the extremities, but if you do that, you can't control the other one, so they're leaving B for a bit of a flood retake. Look at the way, yeah, exactly, this util setup. Yep. It's ingenious. It's meant to punish Forsaken with an updraft dash up into heaven. He likes to do this. We know this if you've been watching a lot of these specific VODs, but this time
so
again,
deep.
He's just contacting in still, trying to piece out where this util is. They really haven't given anything away. The dash is now not active, and Demon One is none the wiser. They thought it was going to be completely open, at least in terms of that side. He thought his teammate had his back. Nana Swarms now going to be activated. But still, the smoke's held. Bullets rattled, straining.
Cabut.
The lockdown will not be detaining anybody. Everybody evacuating out of the
Jing
way
ada ulti,
still.
Jing.
It's planted slightly to the side. Ollie's going to be denying the
Aduh,
first part of
second.
it. Spam onto the corner. Flash through. Ult popped off from Jing. He's blinded up though. Cannot see anything. Still
Jing.
gets a kill.
Boostio missed him.
What is going on? This is absolutely all over the place. Cove. Maybe the next tool to be used to try and find this one, but pushing it past, you have to try and fight close to them. Jorgamo, he's got half on it, pulled off a bit, already has.
Nice.
And timing has been
Nice.
brought. CGRS. Enough time ball with the pull from Mindfreak, and it's him that finalizes that round.
Aneh, coba tuh Bang Udut
A
sampai
somewhat
nge-flank
standard
lagi.
post plant though, with both teams trying to contest the defuse from coming through, but a very different way of opening this round up. I simply can't believe that PRX had the read that the alarm bot wasn't around. You saw Forsaken as he walked into the site, sniffing it around, seeing if he could find an alarm bot anywhere near.
What's going on?
And as soon as he realized that that path into B-Link was open, he found the only gap in what EG were up to.
Yeah.
What a masterful way of being able to crack open the B site there.
So many of these rounds have been opened up. Paved the way. PRX's contact plays now. Get away with that for a bit, but at some point EG are going to be trying to prioritize an operator.
Anjing,
Probably why
pang
Demon
pull
One's
up,
just using
cok.
knives. 2,400 in the bank. It's one of the ways to punish those contact plays is just by picking it up here.
This is such a
Pushed up
stack.
again.
This is
And
so
yeah,
dangerous.
they're into the
Anjir.
stack. Oh, they're going to flash through the wall. It's used in kind, in turn, damage done, Device still alive!
Nice.
That is ridiculous!
And I think they baited Boostio in.
There was an idea behind it, a snake bite towards the back of the pillar, an attempt to punish through it, into it.
Cabut.
Cabut.
Nice.
Boostio is just going to be holding that ground as well. No one's going to be crossing
Nice,
into the
Udut.
sight line.
And everybody going over to CGRS, who's really found the read at this point that EG are overstacking. This, of course, being an eco round, but on the previous two, we've seen many opportunities for
Lihat,
CGRS
Bang
to
Udut,
get
Bang Udut,
deep,
Bang Udut, Bang Udut.
because EG
Aduh.
are leaning heavily one way or another. This time, though, CGRS caught, and his positioning lets Demon One know instantly that he would have been calling the
Aduh,
rotate back
anjing, Bang
over.
Udut.
Demon One is not wasting time, is he? Dash is there. Over to the side, Smoke, here's the tap now. Plan, potentially online through the window. Couldn't quite land that knife. Has to back away and damage was done to him. The reposition is smart from Mindfreak. Off to the side, it's going to be spotted out though. There's one kill, there's the second! Boostio!
Kira-kira
From the
mati
jaws
tadi.
of the feet, he snatches it back.
What a return
from EG. The play at the beginning is an interesting one. Their idea of just walking through their own wall, trying to find the timing on the Trailblazer and flashes being used. And this does enough to be able to take things down into dangerous territory where CGRS on a great look just oversteps himself slightly into Demon 1.
Nasty play.
Well done there, especially the little combo towards the end. Boostio's been a bit of a swing player deep in these playoffs. When he's feeling it, and he's having a game like this, winning so many big rounds for his team.
He's nigh unstoppable. Draft potentially in order here with the knives in the hand of Forsaken. He's attempting to punish a high ground position that's deep onto the side while all this is happening. Jing, he was taking a fight straight to them. I'm not sure how that shot was found, but close to the corner means that they're not going to have any of this Killjoy utility. And Demon, where the operator has now been spotted out, this has been found.
And this is why I'm saying Boostio's a bit of a swing player, because when he dies early like this, he can lose his team a game as well.
Seekers flash to the corner. All of this is intended to try and push them back.
How fortunate is that?
That was Forsaken fault.
Just the spam through the smoke, I believe.
Yeah, a few bullets just landing. Luck of the draw with that one, but it's brought it even to 4 versus 4. And again, that heavy rotation, only this time a twist in it. EG, they do have some presence deep into mid. Tom was trying to be watching, actually, for this. That's a Trailblazer with immense value.
Sees everything, and Com can start sprinting on the flank.
Flash through the wall, Cosmic Divider. Ultimo, tail in between his legs there, just still doesn't want to give up this ground. There's the
flank.
Bullets raining, scattered, punching through with the shorty. And now, of course, he's favored. Jump spot around with the movement. It's going to come down to the aim duels, and it has to be even out that way, but it will not happen. But I was pointing out prior, Com lurked his way into mid. There was nothing to catch him there. He was the final level to it.
And so a great response in the last couple from EG. You see this first pick come through off the back of the Reckoning. But it's not the Reckoning that actually gives Jorgamo any idea about what's happening there. He's just spamming based off where the Seekers are going. And Ethan was able to get those Seekers up at the start of the round because PRX are so heavy one side of the map or the other. Look, no one really controlling B. It's extremely grouped up, A split right from the start. They've got a plan.
Oof.
Timor misses the shot. Not draft.
Dash
no longer available. Has the smokers exit through. Jing wants to try and put the punish onto this one. Put a bit of hurt into him. They run it back. Leading the charge. Carves up an opening and a path for his team to follow up. Forsaken.
Aduh, ini.
He doesn't watch the angle. Doesn't watch the corner. It's Ethan's job, and he does punish that overextension still. Locking down the mid angles. Jorgamo will fall. Bit of a breakaway.
Everything on Boostio.
Boostio 11 HP.
Boostio lagi.
They know he's here.
Nasta land the shot here, but the running gun does it.
Kosong.
Drops him. No more util now for this side to try and push back this plan. Still a minute left. Lockdown earned. CGRS, he opts to use it close to the corner.
Don't think Ethan can contest this particularly.
Maybe. Might go for it. Is there a window for him? Off the defuse, or off the plan here, Divide.
Instead,
just trying to take the fight to them. One player to take
jagain.
close up top. That's Team 1's job now to try and contain this one and hold it, but he oversteps it again, walking forward. CGRS with 3, and Ethan, they know where he is.
Ada Jing.
Leave him.
Ada Jing.
Just the turret to catch the contact.
Jing
There's a flank on a flank here. Jing's coming through water too.
Yeah, and this is going to be, again, what Com was doing prior, the final level to it.
Jangan show.
Expect Jing to be coming up behind, and CGRS, well, he's on for the ace tonight, at least that.
Sabar Jing Jo, ada Jing Jo.
Flip inside,
Nice.
but util out in the hands of Com, sets him up nice and easily. That's the vibe. We could not be more even in this
Sangat
match,
gini
Josh.
game.
4-4.
It's 4-4, but in absolutely chaotic fashion. PRX are going for plays, multiple prongs of the hive mind, reaching out across the map at once. Probing tendrils to see whether they can make a play happen. In that round, you have Mindfreak going for a lurk into B-Link, and when that fails, it doesn't stop CGRS, with Devi, I believe, from also probing into B-Link from a different position. PRX, the way that they play is so fluid and loose, I think partially because they don't have an IGL. They're able to group up into little duos and work these micro plays around the map superbly, and it's putting a ton of pressure on EG to try and keep up.
Now, Josh, in a previous best of 5 that we might have covered, may or may not have said, you're never being quite tested like this before, with a scenic shot over a very famous IGL. Now, that was relating to the pressure, to the circumstances in the grand finals. This is a lower bracket finals. Take it down a notch ever so slightly, but you're tested in a different way if you are EG, because you have to keep up with this pandemonium that is occurring. These are scenarios you're never going to be finding yourself in most of the time in your playing career in Valorant.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure on Boostio, just with the way that EG normally plays, because he's such an aggressive Sentinel player. I think back to the game that EG had against Fnatic in the upper bracket finals. He went 0-5 in first kills to first deaths on the first map, the opening map on Lotus. There was no way of recovering that. And then he had a fantastic performance on Fracture to bring them back into the game. Here as Killjoy on Pearl, he's getting tested. Whether he puts his utility to hard anchor B or whether he puts it to give them info in mid, he is going to get pushed from so many different spots. And he's got to be able to, and EG as a collective have got to be able to shut down those probing, aggressive plays by PRX. Because once they realize they can get away with them, PRX are going to turn the tempo up. Oh yeah. And that's when it gets truly dangerous. That's when they can snowball out of control. When you get scared and give them the space. Oh yeah.
They'll let loose, they'll run all over you.
That's what they're hoping for.
But if you needed any more indicator that this series is not going, or at least this match is not going to anyone's expectations, these are back-to-back timeouts that are being taken. Both teams trying to make adjustments. There's an extra long one. Both teams getting a chance to talk.
Frustrating for the coaches. Yeah. I don't think they needed all of that time to discuss what was going on. Taking a look at the defensive setup here. EG fighting over A control so that Boostio can get the orb, I think.
Demon 1. Goes behind the pillar, flash in his face. Backs away though to the corner for the jump spot, so the orb is granted towards A.
Yeah, they have a good retake ult here now. And Demon 1 is giving them information whilst being set up on an aggressive line.
But look at this again, it's that little pump of utility that's just used, a bit of fire now. They're being obvious in terms of their placement here, but they love to contact up here.
That's why Demon 1's holding this angle.
Yeah. Wall up, straight across. Here's a snake bite. And a swarm from behind. Here's the lockdown. Fuse caught into the corner. It's a common angle that you can spam. You can catch him. But a flash for a flash. You got to get out of there.
Good flash from Ethan to save Demon 1.
Really nice. Supplementary utility just to peel him out. So, no casualties yet, but yet being the key word. Boostio is beaming them all down.
Keringan mulu anjing ngepiknya.
In the midst of it, when his team needed it.
Telat si Geras.
And the swing player there has just hit one out of the park. What a round from Boostio. I was asking what the second layer was to PRX. But I don't think they really had one there other than just decide to face check. CGRS is left with it all to do. And the spike in front of him. Don't think there's too much of a hope here. Look at the economy on PRX as well.
Yeah.
Mind Freak, Devaya really going to struggle to buy. CGRS saving a rifle is very important for their economy.
You're exactly right. I mean, because of the economy, what a round to do it. To have a turn-up moment, but Boostio picks up 3 because it should, in theory, break this now for PRX. They got the one rifle to carry forward. Might choose to but they'll be scrambling.
They were anticipating EG being stood so much further back. They thought they were going to get that first corner for free, and the flash is posted really deep there from Divine.
I am shocked that PRX are even able to get some money going. They have no loss bonus reset here. They are just forcing up into this.
Yeah, it's not great though, is it?
3 rifles and 2 stingers. Trying to make the most of it. 1 orb away from the ult, the Seekers, online for Divide. But a presence showcased. They don't opt to... Okay, yeah, I was like, Jing, are you really going to be taking that from Divide? No, he does get off of it.
But this one much more spread out by PRX. Because they were playing for the ult orb at the beginning and didn't want to end A, it feels different from EG's point of view. Demon 1's going to look to make a peek into mid. Mind Freak's been lurking around here.
There are so many angles that you have to face if you are a player in this spot. Fight's taken. Somebody util. Concern at the back of their minds, the PRX players, I think, that could have been a bigger purchase.
This is slowly heading towards.
Saya kan masih belum dapat info.
All setups there online. Forsaken.
Hanya masuk. Forsaken maju.
To the other side, other section. 38 seconds left.
Oh, nice. Jogo yang mati.
Yeah, Forsaken. He's called the rotation and called that timing. And is there really space now for PRX to pivot and rotate and retreat? Yes, there is. I mean, they are out of there. The decision was made.
Look at Com.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what CGRS does over here, because if Com drops the spike and finds a good timing, is he maybe going to collect Forsaken?
He needs to stay alive.
CGRS is fighting World War III on the other side of things.
There's two players here, but really Com just has to be the difference maker to stop this and deny the plan from coming through. Ping into the corner. Doesn't opt to use a snake bite. He just puts his orb down. He gets counter spam.
Kenapa dia nggak ini ya? Nembakin.
Oh, he could have been the difference maker. But instead shut down. And the two players that were distracted this entire time, CGRS, by the way, he's still alive and kicking. Absolute rap behavior from him.
Bisa ini lagi dong.
From everybody on PRX this round.
Udah saving.
Once more, even the parts of the PRX attack that don't have any setup behind them, that are purely based on the distraction of their
nyari jatah dia.
They find value.
Sama Aaron pasti.
Fantastic stuff there. Forsaken using the pressure that the rest of his team were creating on A to find a work time. And these EG players just want to keep rifles.
Keeping the economy honest. They don't have money to buy for next, but...
Aduh, sigaret. Aduh, biasaan.
In the financials or mathematics behind it, even though the game does work it out for you.
Take a look at that from Forsaken. Opens up onto Jorgensen.
Nice.
While Jing was being pushed back. And Jing, in that corner, he got full blinded. And he still swings and gets another one. Everybody on PRX is good for a round every now and then.
Yeah.
That's what makes them such a dangerous team. Or that's one of the things that makes them such a dangerous team. 2 rounds left in the half.
EG now set to try and disrupt a play towards the orb. I think that Jing's going to be making a play for his ult. He's only one away. But instead it's towards mid. Lambert broken early. Flash through double doors. Fighting. Actually just a molly help. It's going to be clear and close to the corner. Clearly some thought being put into this lineup. Orchestrated. Trailblazer clears through. It's going to be pulling players.
Oh, nggak jadi, back lagi.
EG question.
Anjing, ngefake A.
This is really going to land.
Boostio again looks like he
ngefake B.
well
Ya ampun Twitch.
be the pivot player in this round. He's chosen to take a very aggressive
Ngefake
setup.
B, walking A.
Yeah, wow, what an adjustment.
Tahuan.
Really going for more there. And the dash does get out well, barely. 51 health, but a heal online.
I mean,
back up.
Forsaken took the time to go into B-Link instead of going into Art. So he didn't meet Boostio, and now he's got a strange amount of map control.
He's just
so
willing.
Tetap masuk si Jason.
Here. There's 30 seconds. What decision is going to be reached? I mean, trying to, again, fake the A presence.
Oke, masuk. Forsaken masuk.
There. It's grabbed the attention of some of the EG players, but now they're scrambling.
Forsaken masih nyari clear dulu. Clear backside.
Giving up a lot of space. There's 19 seconds left still. Contacting all the way through, not giving any sort of indicator.
Smoke dulu.
Not a plan for Dubai.
Smoke up. Oh, nice.
Inside the smoke, it's all
Nice.
going a bit haywire.
Anjing tuh semua nge-lag. Ya.
Onto it, Dubai was at the default spot and position. This time Com doesn't give away his life, instead letting the plant go down. Player advantage still to EG. All up. Time being bought now to try and fight themselves through. It's a pull and an attempt into the back of Horse. Mindfreak still alive, but eventually falls. Spam and sprayed. The high-low setup, EG. They stop, they salvage it. There's tracks there, so 6-5. Making the most of that situation when really it was quite all over the place.
Really patient play from EG. Yeah, Com just choosing to spam instead of, you know, over-investing there and plays his life. They go into a 4v3 where PRX decide to play aggressive post plants. They don't try to play for the pull on the spike, that kind of thing. And EG are just able to group up together and clean it out. Puts them up, minimum an even half. But PRX have been excellent at being able to bring these back in the second. Even if the score does end 7-5. Jing's got an ult though that can blast the B site wide open.
Yeah, all on this for the final round of the half. Jump spot. scared of the potential of maybe an operator will just get some info.
I mean, and also, look at how good EG have been at getting info over towards A main. On the rounds where nobody challenges there, Boostio goes up, gets the orb, and puts an alarm bot down. They've got 4 players ready to defend B.
Ult coming through. Molly over the top. Snake bite, body block by the dog here. Jing running out of time, can't get the kill. Demon 1 pushing even deeper now, further forwards.
Bang Urut.
Flank also occurring. Com is watching for it in Link. He knows there's Cosmic Divide. There could be someone on the other side of things. Demon 1 left to try to solve it, and there's a flank.
Here's another flank.
Halted. Forsaken. Flanks on flanks. It's watched.
Andyrzky.
Boostio this time. Privy to it. Aware of it. 40 seconds left now. Just 2 players standing. Mind Freak and Jing together. Smokes separating. Dividing up into the site. Hove in the back to give a bit of room to play in, but with the lockdown planted and 28 seconds left, this is a dire situation. EG set up all the way, surely resetting. Lovely work from Mind Freak in the end, but still a little bit too much to overcome. 7-5. It's a scoreline that we're staring at here. That narrow advantage has been found by EG.
And they did a great job at dealing with the lurks towards the end of this half. They found the double lurk setup. Here, one from Com, one from Boostio. A big issue that they had to deal with in prior rounds and struggled. PRX haven't been playing through mid very often on their tournament run in this map. None of the Pacific teams have particularly. So it took EG a while, but they finally figured it out. It's going to put massive pressure on the pistol.
Absolutely it will. Let's send it down to the desk to break it down so far.
Thank you so much, fellas, for that one. 7-5 is the scoreline as we get ready for the half, but immediately the thing that we were talking about before the game and definitely reared its fiery head this time around was Phoenix.
Yeah, it really did start for PRX with them doing a great job of maximizing orbs for Jing on this Phoenix and building a variety of game plans around it. We saw faster rounds like this one when they forced and on round 2 managed to close out with that Phoenix ult, and also some of these slower rounds where they were using it in the late round. I think PRX showed a lot of depth in this first half, but EG did rally back in those last 2 rounds.
They did, but we found themselves in fairly familiar territory because this was the exact scoreline that we saw from PRX when they squared off against NRG. It was 7-5 at the half, them down after starting on the attack, and I think we know how that went. It went to overtime, and it was absolutely crazy. So that's all I can hope for this as we get ready to go into the second half.
Yeah, I think bigger picture as well with the adjustment later on in that half from EG. It almost feels like this was the approach all along. EG just wanted to kind of play damage control, damage limitation for the first half here, set themselves up so they're kind of playing with a little less pressure.
PRX are in this position with a substitute. They're somewhere where no one expected them to be, and they're now a half away from maybe making it into the grand finals, and I think they're in a good position to do it. This double flash comp is great for Flood retaking against Harbor Viper. We'll have to see if they can again rally in a second half to close out, and this time make the finals.
I mean, given what we've been seeing here from either side, the killjoys, that has been the focus. We'll probably zoom in on that again later on, but CTRS, he's had his moment so far. Now that he gets ready to go over to that defending side as the KJ, we'll see if he can have as much impact as Boostio did.
Pay attention to those retakes. See how EG tries to stop them. This is going to be interesting. Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Yeah, the second half of Pearl now, you know, we mentioned it's pivotal in terms of the map. To decide it, whether or not we get that continuation in the series all the way to map number 5. But I think for both of these teams, going to be digging at the bottom of the reserves as well. Any sort of energy levels that they can bring back up into this. And I mean, you try and listen, humans are very good at pattern recognition, Josh, but you look at that timeline, good luck.
Well, PRX have committed 4 players to pushing out B as aggressively as they possibly can, driving people into CGRS.
Running all the way back around.
Oh, what a cheeky spot for him to be playing.
Smoke hiding him. No, the dog sees him. Anything to spam him out. Any util at all that can clear the way. Damage is being done. Pop flash into it, reloading. He knows he's being pushed. The right click's doing so much damn work, and Ethan claims his prize. Brings him down. Side opened, wide open. Plan towards the back of it as well. Looks like they want to try and make a go of it. To try and play for the back of the site. Flash play through the cove. Slowed down, but not for but a moment here. Still trying to hold on to control of Pit. It's a doubled up. High-low setup. Forsaken isolating one of the fights, and now they want to put the squeeze. He's on Boostio. No, he was here from prior. Collects the 1, collects the 3rd. In the round for him. Low enough though. Single shot will do it, but eventually shut down Divide. No funny business, not getting away with it.
What a 3K from Boostio. He picks off one of the players and then gives away his positioning, gets squeezed from both sides, still manages to come up with the goods. He's so frequently the key to EG's success here at Tokyo, and doing all of this whilst IGLing for the team. Supported in that regard by Ethan and Com. But in these fragging roles, sometimes Boostio is just making the difference. He's out here 18-8, and EG managed to win both pistols on this map.
Maybe
Not that it made much difference last time with the force buy.
It really didn't. The prior indicator here has to be the dash to disengage from this one. It is that clash between them. This time, EG actually giving way to PRX. They don't want to take the fight to them. You know, they do have the better weaponry. It's a reclaim for the Trailblazer. They already gave up the prize that was that ult orb. The goal, trying to get Jing's ult online.
Still pretty far away though.
Yeah.
The pistol round, not successful in the slightest from PRX. And they ended up going for a flank retake setup, where EG were extremely cautious looking for the other parts of the flank. They didn't just get roped into looking at A main, they were still paying attention to B Link and Flowers. Look at how bold Forsaken is. He just gets all the info that that's fake pressure towards B. And he can tell the rest of his team to go and stack A.
Yeah, towards mid.
Oh, it's a double pump.
Double pump, double fake. They have pulled the rotation.
Aduh.
This kill collected. CGRS, he falls.
30 seconds.
Ya.
Doesn't give away much. Com would be the player lurking in that
semua,
position.
Cok.
Forsaken realizes it. Oh, I've given up the line. High tide in my face. Time to make the moment happen before him. Shots right to the cranium. Demon 1 falls. He is traded, but my God, what an effort. At this point, they don't really have the guns for it.
No, it looks extraordinarily difficult here.
Jing
would love to be able to pick some up to get his ult online, but other than that, EG have just got so many defensive tools to use here.
Ya nunggu ini deh, nunggu exit frag doang.
PRX
Mati sama spike ini mah.
Just looking to die to Spike, but I would rather try and get their ults online, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
especially for Divine Jing.
Yeah, they should be making a go of this.
Yeah, mati sama spike.
Starting to play towards them. Plenty of players grouped up and collected. Sheriff in his hand. Can he make much more of it? Brought down. Last two players, Mindfreak Jing, going to be going down to the spike just to deny a chance of EG really starting to farm up some of those ults.
So another situation where Jing's not really able to get the snowball going. Quite different to the first half, where he had his ultimate to be able to win round 2. EG, for one of the first times in this series, are in a situation where they can possibly put together something dangerous on the bonus round. PRX have contested them in the second halves by winning pistol, or earlier in this map, getting a force buy out there instead. This time, big clash in A main potentially. But EG want none of it. They're just giving them the ult orb.
They're perfectly willing to give them that space, not fight over it. I mean, it does mean that they wait out the molly. Retaking the space now. There's a pull to slow down the Trailblazer. Still clears towards the backer box. Faking like they're taking that A main control.
Yeah, the map control game here.
Anjing, dipancing mulu utilnya.
PRX have got to be worried about A main, and now they're coming to flush out Forsaken.
Jason.
No support.
Such a brave angle. No support. Oh, he adjusts his aim at the wrong time of it. Flick to the side. There's no way he's taking himself back.
Jason.
Onto the position. Insanity from Forsaken, but why not?
There is a very fine line between bravery and foolishness. That may have been on the wrong side of it there. But I gotta say, if he manages to get 2 and he's in a position where he might, makes the round look incredibly different. Sometimes you gotta go for those risks.
Oh, God.
They are behind in the map.
Udah close saving sini.
Behind in the map now, behind in the player advantage with the plan down for EG. Set up for that success.
Close saving.
And already PRX making a call to back away and save. It's a hard one.
Anjir.
Away from you. Every instance now as well. These are the moments that leaving yourself.
Anjing sampai SM Cok, sampai map 5 Cok.
Play in this one.
Yeah, those are tough rounds for the A players. I'm thinking back though to PRX's game on Pearl when they played against NRG. It kind of matched this the whole way through. Up until this, the 7-5 half, went up to 9-5, and then PRX responded. And this was where PRX really started to get the ball rolling and get some momentum going and put the hurt on NRG.
Nggak mungkin kan tiba-tiba
Here,
overtime
a
anjing.
5-round deficit with EG's economy still booming, it looks really difficult. It looks set for us to go to a 5th map.
Truly does.
But I know the PRX don't give up on maps like this.
They'll be throwing everything at them. Timeout. Called here for PRX. Time to adjust.
Kalah RRQ.
One of the things we haven't really touched on too much as well, Josh, you know, it's whittled it down to our top 3 at Masters Tokyo here, representatives from EMEA, from the Americas, and also Pacific. That's what this fight is really about. Not just to make it all the way to the grand finals, but also a chance to really represent your region there at the grand finals and maybe earn an extra slot for champs.
That would be a major victory for whatever region was able to do it.
Ya, map 5 ini mah udah pasti.
In terms of the strategy adjustments here from PRX, it's easier for us to be able to tell we have access to the whole minimap. But what I'm noticing from EG, especially in that prior round, is that they're not fighting for map control early. They're going and taking it away from PRX after PRX have done that initial grab for info. So in that round, A main controlled by PRX, taken away by EG, and then PRX don't have enough utility to be able to re-clear that area instantly. And EG find that timing to pivot to the other side of the map. So sometimes it's not as good to have early map control as to save your utility to re-clear it once the attackers have been in that area. Especially if you think they're going to pivot a lot instead of re-hitting. Well, that's an early push.
Yeah, straight through mid.
Aduh.
Trying to catch that one still.
And Jing goes for the re-clear there.
Yeah, and it's Jing who catches the bullet to the head.
Yeah, because EG are ready for it.
So 4 versus 4, still holding the angle here. They expect and anticipate this re-clearance. Really playing anti-flash as a pull to punish. An attempt of it, but really no one can really close the gap.
But look at how different this is in terms of map control. PRX now have all of that area over towards A main, and that's info.
They had to give up mid as a result of it. You can see how passive the players are playing. It's Forsaken just looking to try and contain in case somebody is in mid. Barreling forwards now, EG. Laying claim to this area of the map, towards the site. Snakebite at the back here, spam through, onto the wall. They're walking right into him. It's a crossfire setup where people are just given individuals, and it's a spray and chance of random luck that has given this advantage to PRX.
But the plant is down, and Jorgamo, if he finds a position, finds a safe timing, he might be able to get off a reckoning. It is tough from this spot, though, because he'll never feel safe.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to give away his positioning at all here. He's just holding his ground with the rifle. No time to really pull it out.
Ada ini udah mesti mixed.
Aduh! Save, come! That is insane. As he pulling that one out, precision, but eventually shut down. Divide drops to the floor, tap onto it, running around, aimlessly hunting for Jorgamo, that last remaining player. And time, enough on the clock here. Round win for PRX. It's been a while. For these guys, they earned a bit of respite, but yeah, not quite anymore. It's like 400 push-ups. They're going to be feeling it tomorrow, by the way, guys. That's dangerous stuff. You're not going to be able to lift any objects.
I mean, it doesn't get any better for them either. This is either a PRX comeback, where they put more and more rounds on the board, or it goes to 5 and they have to keep doing push-ups as PRX play a whole other map.
Yeah.
What was this as well, though?
You can't even see anything, man.
No, that's disgusting. And doesn't win them the round. So EG tried the same kind of stuff, a fight in A main, a quick pivot to B. Now they're mixing it up. Everybody slowly collecting in the B side of
Trap
Pearl.
play off of Forsaken. Forsaken's holding contact. They have 2 people holding flashes in case.
Yeah.
And I think what... Okay.
They're just trying to bait people into them.
Yeah, it's slowed down to the point. I mean, this is going to be baiting a fight. Up front and personal. The firing line holds it. It's a pre-fire wide swing onto the corner. Jing brought down, taken out. Divide got a second guess that now.
Kalau udah rushers.
Getting themselves out of there.
And a little impatient perhaps from PRX. But as the defenders, they're constantly worried about gaps in their defense. People walking through mid, you know, B-link. And it forced them to make some kind of aggressive play. EG just holding for it. And in the right place at the right time, too. Now, the contact re-clear of A main.
What? It's just a fake again that they're taking control of it. But with Mindfreak pushed up this hard...
Yeah, they can call their bluff.
Yeah, absolutely.
the issue here is, I don't think CJRS is going to rotate off. So even though they know it's heading towards B, there's still only 2 players able to defend.
Forsaken holds the line. Wide face, he fell asleep at the wheel. Demon 1 takes him out, wins the aim duel. Here's the reckoning now. Parting away onto the site here. There's a Nanoswarmer flash, everything being expended just to take the space towards it. Devi tucked to the corner. He feels like he has to make a play. You can feel it. Side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Sky players deciding to step past the smokes. MindFreak is going to be spotted there on that flank here. Devi still pushing forwards now on the corner. Tap, trying to force the util, but Juggernaut pushes forwards and presses his advantage. All the way grouped up, trying to watch onto the flank. They had a player there, MindFreak. He was offered an isolated 1 versus 1, but the time is now running a little bit too short for this one. Quick jump spot, Com, crouched down, holding close, not revealing anything. And the round is won. MindFreak, not enough time to really get a jog on as well and move all the way over there. This is EG taking it away, bringing themselves up to 11.
Oh, MindFreak comes out on top in the end there. But it is a consolation, a silver lining. The dark rain cloud hovering over the top of PRX. EG have just controlled the tempo in a way that they haven't been able to exactly on some of these prior maps. But any aggression from PRX is getting stifled. And broadly speaking, Boostio's been able to call the right site to end on. And the right timings too. The mid part of Pearl, unexplored. No, just completely unknown territory for either team.
I've seen this before. Watching the Pacific teams try and play it, but here's something that we haven't seen in quite some time. Updraft play with the flash, set it up. A chance. Yeah, very much nearly. Forsaken, of course he wants to go for it again.
Well, this is the problem. If they allow them the whole of B long, then the lockdown can come through, and the lockdown will buy space for the Viper's Pit.
And there it is.
So they want to try and contest this location early, because otherwise, you get put in a very tough spot.
Yeah, Forsaken just, I mean, doesn't really have any gun or tool to try and dissuade and push us back. Can't go for any attempt of it. 2 knives left, needs a refresher. Plan starting to go down into the cone, pushing forwards, does get a refresher traded all the way. Trying to take some space towards the back of the side. Demon 1 is not letting anything loose. Shorty to the face, Devi, none the wiser. MindFreak left alone. It's that 1 versus 3. Enough stars that he can sow a bit of chaos, but as soon as one player takes contact, Demon 1
Demon 1 nyala, Cok. Lagi main Demon 1.
From Demon 1 there, punishing the PRX players that tried to get aggressive as the pit was blooming. EG know that they've got certain timings they need to be aware of. They need to deal with the early push, and then the lockdown will control things. And then they need to deal with that secondary push as the pit is getting deployed. And after that, the ults will do their work. Very controlled map from EG. Considering that PRX were just able to beat NRG in ridiculous fashion in overtime to set up for this match. Very impressive performance here from Evil Geniuses.
Living up to the standard of play you'd expect of the last remaining representatives of America in Masters Tokyo. Over the top. Corner being spammed, dash to back away. There was an alarm bot there. I think they were worried about the trap play. It did get triggered for but a moment.
And there was a trap play set up. Double flashes again of somebody's contact. These trap plays have not really been working though for PRX because EG is so diligent with it.
Incredible
Wilson
diligence.
lagi mati.
Into mid, an opening is granted.
Forsaken's getting pushed into a locker in this game too. All of his refights on Jet. He's having his lunch money taken.
Yeah.
Oh, dibalikin lagi. Cabut ka.
Save it for map 5 because it's on the table and more. 1 round.
Yeah. It's looking disastrous. MindFreak is going to hear this like a stampede heading towards him.
And he's got to do so much here. But does the corner get cleared? It does.
Oh,
Licek anjing sama Boostio.
No chances.
Boostio away.
Aduh, itu apa enak itu?
Open. Running back taken away. Jing. Nanoswarm at his feet. There are just no gaps in the play. EG. Sheer domination. on display here. Reckoning, flash over the top. Divide pushing forward, seeks to deny. The right click's not doing enough. Everybody falling. It's just down to Jing. Spam into the corner. 5 seconds remaining. Needs to stay alive. It's not possible. Map 5, we are going there.
Game 5, anjing.
And EG, what a performance. Limiting PRX with their Phoenix comp, which so many teams have struggled with, limiting PRX to only 6 rounds.
5 anjing. Nyala coba langsung timan-timan.
On their head. Finish. There were some big moments, some big plays. Here, EG controlled the game from kind of from start to finish. There were some big moments, some big plays. You know, the force spy came through. But apart from that, EG's slower pace prevailed. And I think that that's somewhat similar to map 1, right? We said all the way back in map 1 on on Fracture, that it was the EG structure being able to outplay PRX chaos. And I felt like that was the same story in this map.
Joki mo emang sih tolol.
It's going to be the same story in the 5th. Still a whole chapter to go.
Aduh, catur si anjing. Nice. Tahu
Insufficient balance, please
Kenapa
top up.
catur, cok, gue salah buka, cok.
Insufficient balance, please
Apa
top
tadi
up.
website-nya?
Insufficient
Ini.
balance, please top up.
Ayo coy, temenin gue main coy. Coba kalau nggak main catur gue turu deh ini coy. Pak kalau nonton dong gue bengong. Kian ini 15. Ayo. Sambil menunggu. Chess.com gak tuh? Enggak, cok, gak main catur ya gitu. Apa itu le? Kenapa apa itu le dah aja. Ayo. Panggil muka aku dan mukeh lu kuda ya. Satu lagi coy. Aduh, sifon lagi coy, udah pasti ada yang menang coy ini coy. Apa coy ya? Apa lagu gini dah anjing. Lagu kayak lagu kondangan Kento. Mulai busuk nih gue nih kalau gini busuk anjing tolol. Kontil. Tolol anjing lah. Tolol anjing, panik cok. Kembang, oh ya, sorry. Si Fon mana Fon? Ini gimana coy kalau gini coy ya? Ini sama-sama smurf nih anjing. Smurfing nih ya? Pusing udah mulai pusing kan? Udah ngasal tuh Naro tuh ya. Kenapa dia gitu, cok? Gue peringkat 3, cok. Jago juga, cok. Jago juga gue ya peringkat 3 ya. Ayo. 3 orang lagi coy, baru coy, baru tidur coy. Baru ngantuk ya, mendingan kita main Tetris dulu ya. Gas. Are lagi nge-smurf coy. Apaan gue baru main kentot? Kenapa gitu anjir? Gimana sih nih? Aduh, apaan sih nih? Gue soek anjing. Aduh, kenapa gini, cok? Kenapa gue udah mau mati, cok? Kontol anjing, kenapa gue noob anjing? Woi anjing lah. Kenapa gitu cok? Gak kenapa punya gua tiba-tiba diserang banyak sih tai. Kenapa punya gua tiba-tiba banyak balok anjing? Yang lain kagak ada balok cok. Kenapa gitu coy? Tuh. Kenapa yang gue baloknya banyak coy? Di target, jangan target gue kentot. Jago-jago banget orang main cok. Lah kenapa deh Sifon? Kok kabur Sifon? Iya anjing apaan dah? Jangan phone adalah hacker coy, hacker Bjorka coy. Kena PAC. Ah ini noob nih. Kita menang ntar di blacklist. Itu jago amat coy.
Back over to the Jet. Does he himself want to bring out the Reyna and then have CTRS then fill in on something like the Harbor? There's so many questions surrounding this one. I just don't know what they're going to piece together, but I'm so damn curious to see it once we do get into that Prime Gaming Agent select.
And on the other side, for EG, they have rallied back in this series. We thought after Lotus, it could be trouble for this squad, but winning Pearl dominantly, now they had to Ascent. This has been one of their best maps in history. They took down Loud on this one in America. Some of their biggest upsets have come off of wins here on
They do
Ascent.
that here too, pretty sure.
It's where they're comfortable.
Oh, man. That kind of leaves a question mark, right? It's like, well, obviously, what happens here with PRX? What are they cooking? What's Alex got cooking in the fryer right now? Because I'm genuinely worried here.
I mean, the last time we were concerned about this was before they showed Pearl versus NRG. We hadn't seen that map from them. We said, okay, without something, just Forsaken just go back to playing Jet. They did, and CGRS showed that he can play a very adequate, if not very surprisingly strong Killjoy. So I'm curious if they just do that same thing where it's keep the same composition and just slot people into different roles, or if they have to completely retool and rehaul this thing.
I think that's been key as well, and something we mentioned earlier on was CGRS actually demonstrating he has the flexibility to stray away from the get-go, play a different agent, and pick up a different role entirely for PRX. Concern being, I feel like we enter here, final map, and Demon 1 is just going to be completely unleashed.
Oh.
This is where he made a name for himself. Remember the history of this guy. He was the guy who replaced BCJ. Everyone was mad about the roster move, doubting EG, thinking they would stay a bottom team in Americas. He comes into the roster, they rally, they just barely make it to playoffs. They qualify to Tokyo by upsetting Cloud9, by beating Loud, the teams that everyone thought would be able to come here and be favorites. And now they've made it here. They've made this run happen all the way to almost beating Fnatic and now being in the lower finals. That's been the path for Demon 1, a guy who months ago was an unknown name in Tier 2.
The path that these two teams have taken, although they are similar yet different at the same time, it really has just been about them persevering through whatever adversity has been thrown their way. And they have time and time again risen to the occasion, and now basically they all have their fate in their hands, right? For EG, it started off with them, as you had mentioned before, not having that control of their destiny. This is their control of their destiny here. And it's the same thing with PRX. You think, oh, something's not going to be here. It's, you know what, we'll try, we'll give it our best. But you're here at this moment, and you're about to make history. That weighs a lot on these 10 players here as we get ready for this one, Achilleos. And of course, do want to let everyone know there was a tech pause on the stage. We're just going to make sure we get that resolved, and then once that's good to go, of course, because this match deserves nothing less, we will jump right into the action. But for the time being here, we'll continue to talk about what to expect as we go into Ascent. And we do have the Prime Gaming Agent Select to give us some tools here.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy
crap.
Okay, so it's a massive... This is a big jump back into the past for the side of PRX. This was their composition before they started working in the Reyna and the Harbor. This is what they were running back in the day. It does look bizarre, but they are still widely very comfortable playing this, but obviously a very different look. You have Jing playing a non-dual for the first time in the series.
The biggest things I'm looking at here is, first of all, that Sage on their
Jing
attacking
target,
side. A lot of splits, popping down that Sage wall somewhere, and on the
Nggak ada
defense,
kill, nggak ada
flood
cypher.
retakes, allowing that wall to give you a gap to get back into sight. And on top of that, I'm looking at the difference in initiators here. CGRS pulling out that fade, and Another fairly comfortable role for him.
Yeah, I think as well, this is interesting, particularly for
Wow.
EG's attacking half, actually, obviously, to get through to that, but obviously this, I feel, is EG's most proactive defense. This is one they're happiest to play aggressive.
Let's see how this all plays out. One last map to decide which team faces off against Fnatic in the grand finals tomorrow. Who's going to take the series? I send it back over to Brendan Sideshow to find out.
It's all going to get decided here, isn't it? Map 5, the heat is turned up. Wardrobe etiquette out the window, Josh. My jacket's off, man. I want to get into this ASAP because EG versus PRX. And again, bit of flashbacks, honestly, as well with the chops and changes, the compositions pushed all the way into Map 5. Where have we seen this one before? PRX, Copenhagen Grand Finals.
Where they pulled out a Breach, Yoru, Fade Neon comp in order to play on Breeze of all maps. Now, this isn't as ludicrous as the comp that we might have been expecting if something was here. It doesn't have the Harbor, the Neon. It's actually, as Achilles was saying, the previous comp that they've played. So I'm going to be taking a look at CGRS on the Fade and Jing. Jing has got to step up to get PRX over the line here in my eyes. He's got an exactly 1 KD in the series so far when he's got the ability to do so much more.
We saw what he was capable of. Map number 1, Fracture. Absolutely popping off at numerous moments here, but this has been slowed down. The entirety of the arena holding bated breath, waiting for the first opening, waiting for the time to strike. Line control for Mind Freak. Tucked himself in there at some point.
You got a wall?
Just contact on. Immediately punish.
Loses his nerve.
That's exactly what EG were looking for. This slow-paced approach, trying to punish people.
Nice!
The CGRS just goes for the info swing.
Okay. Meeting their match there, so 4 for 4. 4 versus 4, I should say.
They bait out the wall. A pivot, but I think PRX are going to be able to reinforce the B side.
Much more can EG really slow this one down. Haunt waited out, didn't tag onto anybody, no sound cues, but this has to really end B. No other options. Switch up and pivot if this one goes wrong. Towards the back of the site, all eyes on CGRS. Through the smoke, Forsaken's there. Dash is active, but brought down anyway. Shut down. And towards the back, they know that CGRS is there. Good util. It's clearing them out, near-sighted. Really needs to get a kill here.
Whoa!
Oh, why not?
Bang Udut! Oh, Bang Udut!
Flew in with it. He's on for
The heck, Bang Udut?
and he's only gone and done it.
Ah!
It's the round win. All off the back of this
Bang Udut,
guy.
cok!
Lucky upstart, a
Anjing,
content
kill, Fed.
The round winner, nevertheless.
The heck, Bang Udut?
What a monstrous run from
Anjir!
CGRS.
Segitu coba Bang Udut, anjir Bang Udut.
What Achilles was saying?
Gue gak lagi ngefit ya?
Achilles is like, I want to see more from CGRS. Look at what he's done there.
Tapped into something illegal with plays like this. I mean, what? That is
Hampir SC Bang Udut.
We said he needs to be the difference maker, anchoring towards the
Anjing, Alex sampai senyum, cok.
He knows he's got away with murder.
I mean, that just tells it all, doesn't it? EG trying to control the chaos.
Kalau gua
that
ngalahin
comes
kipit
from
lah ya,
the most
nggak apa-apa ya.
unexpected of origins. Where?
Alex sampai senyum anjing.
That aim looked so snappy.
Big game player, apparently.
Demon 1 is going to try to get as many ult orbs as possible here. A Blade Storm in this round would be exactly what the Doctor ordered. But otherwise, I mean, the Fade ult's going to be online soon.
Not sure if it'll make too much of a difference.
Can CGRS keep something like that?
Close to the corner, Jing. He might get caught with util
Three.
outside. I think he wants to use the wall around the minute.
Nice. Lagi.
Guns. Fighting right to them. Hands it over to Boostio. Returns with fire. Not able to pick up the upgrade. Still waiting there. Flash to the side. Cuts it up with the dart. That is
Aduh.
a play. In a microcosm.
Dipirit, cok.
Exactly what EG are good at. Re-clearance now. PRX feeling like they have to, again, put a stop to Boostio, who's potentially looking up onto this one, but with 35 seconds left, what direction are they going in?
30 seconds left.
Straight down into mid, straight into the sideline.
Jason,
Forsaken,
nggak mati.
but he doesn't do enough damage.
Nice, pick up.
All over the place, man. Scrappy at its core.
But Demon 1 and Boostio are so weak here. Surely they can't make anything of this.
Let's try and get through all of this util.
Lu dikasih Spectre lagi.
Guns picked up, playing together here, but
Nice.
CGRS.
Sabar, sabar. Nice.
Finally dealing with Boostio.
Walaupun agak banyak senjata hilang ya
Just by
bonusnya.
him on his lonesome.
That was close.
Apa? Ya, baru nah ini bonus
if he wanted to go for an attack operator, which we've seen EG use in their games against Loud before,
Anjing Bustio, gila banget lu Bustio.
generate that level of advantage with your economy. But it looks like they're just going to rifle. I feel like I'm going to be so interested to see if EG have prepped for this comp. It is something that PRX have been running recently. They only had one game playing the Harbor Arena. So if you looked at most of their VODs, it would be of this.
Low orb used early there. Top of the box, Forsaken. Didn't take that angle, but just opts into breaking the turret instead.
Boostio, across the 4 maps being played, has taken 30 first duels, by the way.
Yeah, okay. What, playing mainly Killjoy?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I mean, the desk was touching on it, but it's
One-way
just...
smoke.
16 and 14.
It's insane the value he's getting. While in that role, stepping up to the task here, but...
What?
Okay, that's a bit of a misplay. What is it?
What?
Is this intended?
I've no idea.
Forsaken's been tucked close to the corner.
It looks like Forsaken's been trapped in a little prison.
Yep. The cryo chamber is the high-low. You expect there just to be one? There's not. There's 2 of them popping right out. There's a kill advantage.
What a play. And it allows Forsaken still to escape. What a gorgeous wall that Jing's cooked up there.
It's a pivot and a
Aduh,
scramble
bengong.
here for EG. Gonna try and bring down Mind Freak. TP across, still across, and now a fight into mid on top of it. Smoke at their feet, spamming right through it. Caught in the seas, connection near-sighted. Nobody can see a bloody thing. Where is the salvage? Where is the answer back? Swinging through the smokes. There's no time at all. Only 11 seconds remaining. They've got to get themselves onto the site. The spike special
Aduh, Jing!
down. No kill found. Here's the plan. Time alone. They have about a second to spare. Pushing through. Jorgamo holds. Denied.
Nice, Davai. Nice, Liz.
If that round doesn't have you on the edge of your seat watching
Anjir.
lower bracket finals, I don't know what will. What on earth was that?
Iko sekarang, Iko. Bayaran itu loh,
Trying to make
mereka.
sense of that. I've almost broken it in half.
Gorgeous little play there from PRX.
Bustio kaget anjing.
Comes down to the final moments. Don't know how EG managed to scramble to sight that quickly. Jing had an opportunity to shut it all down, but it was Divide to put the final nail in the coffin. EG are on an eco on their attack side. Remember, they're coming off a 13-5 victory over Loud, the best team of all time on Ascent.
The momentum should not be on the side of PRX right now. It really shouldn't, but they've just converted the bonus round.
Lu Jogi mau mainnya kayak gitu tuh.
And we're talking
Positionnya Revorsi biasa kalau main Ascent. Bang Udut. Bang Udut, Bang Udut. Aduh, Bang Udut.
Boostio. God damn, he's clean with it.
There's another one of those first duels. He's so aggressive.
Aim held down with the Sheriff enough to get the one. Alarm bot spots it. He knows Boostio's close to the corner. Forsaken.
Astaga, 2 orang kena spirit.
You challenge him and you might just get tested in unfortunate ways. Still, they bring him down. Updraft over the top. Knives rattled away. Out of the hands, a pop flash play. It's covered from the side, and just like that, swings and bloody roundabouts. It's going to be another thrifty, assuming he can get the spike down.
But only 15 health remaining on Mind Freak. He can't do anything about this. EG off the back of Boostio's incredible
Saving,
couple
saving.
in mid.
Udah ngambil pistol tadi.
And
Itu
then
lama.
finding
Andal lah.
Jing tucked in the corner, where he can't possibly escape off the drone Bladestorm play. EG have found their first. What an answer
Anjing
back
lo,
to a
Bustio
round
lo.
that was
Bustio lagi, Cok.
anyone's to take.
Bustio 2 Sheriff.
Breathing life back into this EG squad. I mean,
Bustio.
there was nothing that would have hurt more, I think, than seeing a 4-0 deficit this early on.
And beyond just Boostio hitting a couple of nice shots, that's the A-side pressure. Finding a hole there as CGRS just walks through mid.
Bustio gila sih anjing. Berapa kali Cok momen.
Exposed in that position. And he is playing an anti-eco, so maybe he's not as worried as he possibly should be in some of the gun rounds. But Boostio punished him for it. And this is where, you know, the opening on the pistol, where CGRS just has all the confidence in the world. This is where you see the other
Ini
side
Bustio
of
nih.
it, I think. Him just getting caught out and Forsaken trying to come in to bail.
Bustio bangke, Bang.
We already know the words.
Sheriff ini tai, Cok.
Yeah, you're so good. We've heard it before.
I'm that guy. Blah, blah, blah. But he has been putting up the numbers.
Yeah, he's been walking the walk.
B main presence shown early. Bit of a stack up here with a Prowler. Doubled up once more, looking to get the wall online potentially. They break the turret.
I'm looking at
course of BG.
I'm looking at CGRS's ult here. They want Jing to get an aggressive wall down, but if it gets broken, do they have some kind of counter-aggression using the Nightfall? EG, you've got to be careful in these kind of situations. You do not want your own Miracle Thrifty round to be thrown back in your face.
Weird circumstances with all this B main control. I mean, the Haunt over the top, used for the dart.
Yeah, EG are very spread out without actually controlling too much of anything.
Yeah, they've lost mid-control on the defense side still for PRX, but the door's been closed. And so, it's Demon 1 that's pushed up in that advanced lurk position. EG love to do this. Yeah, they do it often, but he's going to have to break the doors and have any sort of impact in here, and that requires a distraction from his team. That's what this is for now, towards B main. No command, ripping forwards. There needs to be a bailout here. Jing close to the corner. He's going to get cleared. He still gets the one, and well, shots are fired. Through. Better weaponry will win the day.
And CGRS there with just a small mistake. He was holding his Fade Ultimate, tried to use it, and it got taken away from him. So they were really attempting to fight that B main incredibly heavily, and they just couldn't quite get the ultimate off in time. That's really taken the sting out of this round. And you're right, Bren, watch out for those Demon 1 lurks. He'll play entry with them sometimes, and hard lurk at other times on the attack side, even with an operator in his hand. It's one of the big changes that EG have made to their Ascent gameplay that caused them to be able to beat the best teams in the world.
MINESKI here, I mean, trying to get away with something. Possibly some kills as they're all collected into the corner. But EG, necessary rounds to make it a bit more even here. Starting on the attack side, it's the least favored side in theory. Why it would have been just absolutely awful for them to get that 0-4 beginning in terms of the rounds, winning that Thrifty, getting it moving into something else. Big old top line for PRX though.
Including the Nightfall, which they weren't able to use into the null command on the previous. And set up for a 3-player clash in A main.
Aduh.
PRX have been
Dikejar cuma
frequently pressuring the out wings of the map, the extremities, and EG have been able to deal with it. MINESKI got caught in this spot before on the pistol round.
They're going for wine aggression again. Jing is the one who's playing hyper-aggressive here, but surely the smallest piece of util will punish this. Warp tap, one-way renewed. Jing's not there. It's not synced up at all. MINESKI now is left to just hold his position. Paranoia attempting to reposition once more. Has the TP here. Com, does he want to go for it? He was thinking about it. Hunter's Fury in his back pocket.
He didn't realize how fat that ult would have been. 3 players grouped up from PRX, leaving the mid side of the map completely open. Only CGRS pressuring B. There's no one to punish CGRS though, and the deeper he gets, the more confident PRX can be. It's an A re-hit.
That's why they're playing so close. Lockdown. That worked though. PRX, you have to respect this one. Not much to break here. Hello, MINESKI. Oh, he's behind them.
He could have a free kill there on Jorgmo, but he just didn't spot the timing.
This is not heard for. Forsaken from the heaven position. 2 kills claimed before going down to the nade, and still it's this double flank. This setup all the way around here. Com has to try and at least stop this one. Clears it with a slide off angle. Expects the second player. They don't know where MINESKI is. Spike eventually planted. Com seeks to reposition now, waiting it out. Here's the footsteps, a bit of a soundbait from him. Very intelligent plays all over the place.
Very nicely handled from EG. There was a ton of danger in that round, but it all starts with them picking apart
Rapi banget masuknya
and
Andy.
control. Play from PRX that just didn't really seem to make too much sense. I mean, they're tucking MINESKI away into wine and just having Jing swing off for paranoia contact. It's so awkward. And as soon as Forsaken goes down here to the nades, okay. Com's got the other 2. He's waiting back here in order to use his Sova ult. And Com's so good for that, neutralizing the threat.
Yeah, not only watching the flank attempts, but he's got his ult as well, just in case they did play for a full retake on the site.
And this is the issue, playing against EG on Ascent. They're so dangerous on attack side. They'll come up with game plans to pick you to pieces.
Yeah. They got levels to it.
It really does look like they're very aware here. It's somewhat similar to their game plan on Pearl. They're going to pressure over towards A. They're waiting for some kind of take to happen. Trying to find the holes in what PRX are doing. Because PRX are not as thorough with the utility. Their strengths lie elsewhere. So EG are forcing them to lean more into EG's game. Slower tempo, much more about how the utility is being used. Still haven't found a way of being able to use this Nightfall. Tried to get value out of it quite a bit earlier.
Not down to the worst weaponry. This is EG making a go of it. They can grab a lead as well on their attack side. I mean, okay, sky's the limit. It was a poor beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, they've only played one best of 5 before in this team's history, which they ended up losing. Where's Forsaken off to? It's like a delayed tiles crunch.
Yeah. Demon 1 plucks him out of the sky. Boostio from behind, has to be the second level to it, but not to be so. 2 players fall down towards tiles. I know CGRS is there, and this is a bit of a pivot and an attempt by EG, but they're just going to be taking up the space towards A anyway. Com will be that backstab.
Com's in danger.
He is in danger.
He's found the corner.
He's able to get back to safety here. So the plant will go down again. Exactly the same points, Josh, that we were bringing up a little bit prior with Com playing that far back. He's got the Hunter's Fury to be that extra level to it.
Right, and he's looking for any flanks happening for the retake.
There's a kill though. Tavai stepping on the gas. Nightfall now scatters through. Jorgamo not caught. Sprayed. Transfer. Jorgamo. Oh
Anjir.
What a play. Tucked himself in the corner away from the Nightfall. Cleans up 3 easy ones. PRX had no idea that he was there. Trusted that Nightfall, absolutely. And it was a half buy. But after Tavai opens up the round like this, or opens up the retake, I should say, everybody at PRX chomping at the bit to try and make this one a reality.
Yeah, those are the moments you dream of. Makes the most of that round, a slight gap in the util. Here's that round advantage, granted to EG. Operator online for Forsaken. Fast plays now. This is a tent, isn't it? All the way through. There's a haunt off of it. Wasn't dealt with, but Jing gets counter spam.
Excellent counter to that play from EG. We've seen some teams run similar versions of it, but that was a very quick reaction. They're just getting advantages by neutralizing what PRX are trying to do.
It's all just being a slow beginning for EG.
It's all about the counter punch.
Yeah, wait and see.
Or stopping the punch.
Hunter's Fury, offloaded. Let rip towards, into tree. Trying to clear a path and a way back into it. Shot misses, goes wide, Forsaken. Well, granted the kill, instead it's all going topsy-turvy. EG, massive player advantage.
And Com's constantly here, watching for anybody trying to backstab. Coming through Gelato, coming through mid, Com's got your number.
Already thinking ahead to try and take these weapons out of their hands.
Yeah.
Already. You can see how fast he was on the flank there.
EG are hyper confident here. They're calling the save so early. And looking to hunt, looking to punish.
Right. Oh, there's an angle. Damage done. Doors broken. Tuck towards lane. Forsaken just covering it. There's a shot landed. Hey, there's the punish. Do they still want to go for this? Still trying to take away these guns. It might be worth it. Plenty of money in the bank to try and make a play towards it. Spam down, Forsaken. Jump spot, round the side, round the corner. Yeah, eventually cornering him. That was the goal for them. Take the operator out of his hands. 2-round lead. Now built here for CG. Look at that. Beautiful. Where would a counter spam?
Yeah, such a good idea to start this out. And EG have got an avalanche of momentum. You can see it in the way that Alex is responding. This match is slipped right away from PRX. Defense side on Ascent.
Usually where you're going to be favored, but well, Demon 1. Absolute shutdown and stopper put to any sort of statistics here because this is EG running away with their attack side. First kill.
And these first kills have so consistently been going the way of EG. Anything PRX tries to do to generate an advantage in the early round, even on maps that PRX was winning, it wasn't working. On average in this series, EG have been plus 4.5 in first kills to first deaths. 4 or 5 first kills more than your opponent. Credit to PRX that it's even this competitive here in map 5. To be able to battle back with that kind of adversity.
We mentioned it earlier, yeah. They are just statistical anomalies.
But at some point, the numbers are going to catch up with you, especially if you're having to battle through every slow round like this, with only 4 people to cover the whole map on defense.
Flash repeat, the play is cooked up in the midst of it.
Oh no.
CGRS!
Oh no.
Where's the pistol round play that we saw prior? Can't hit the shots. Jorgamo, he's in the back lines. TPs. Favorite of his life, doesn't actually know where these players are. Still through the box, paranoid up, wider face still, yet again, but damage was done prior.
And Divide just baiting, expecting everybody else on EG to be here.
The bait and switch, Divide containing Mind Freak. He might have put a stop to this. No, spammed through the wall. Time was running really damn short there, but they're going to hold back onto this one. Res online, looks like there might be an attempt to play for this one. PRX throwing everything into it. Players are weak, you can understand why. No command now. Waves emanating, catching, no util to be used, but Demon 1 has immediately shut that one down. Heaven's watched for. Too many layers to it, too much safety in the numbers of EG, and confidence in their aim to hold the ground.
Rapi banget mereka main.
And the desk were talking about it, but this Demon has been unleashed from hell. 11 and 4. Taking over in the server. I mean, look at that! Oh, so confident. It's only a Marshall on the other side, and had it been an operator, Forsaken would have landed the kill.
That's ridiculous,
but
though.
These shots are just insane.
Didn't catch it initially, but as soon as I heard the dash and the kill feed light up, I was like, okay, well, this guy's on it. He's locked in.
And now op v op as we head into round 10. A little wall boost to post Forsaken up, looking towards mid, where Com's been playing. But Demon 1's going to start the round out slowly.
Rekon apaan kayak gitu anjing? Aneh.
Already into it.
Kalian langsung gimana itu Rekon? Aneh banget cok Rekonnya.
Wall boost. It's been a position and a play that's been done quite some time, actually. I remember Scream pulling this off in 2021.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people used to run Sage on this map back in the day. But it's a bit of a weird composition now, certainly not meta. You know, no Killjoy on the defense side as well is definitely going to skew your expectations for which side is favored, but usually teams are still able to put up very respectable performances.
So diligence is shown here with the util, clearing to be with the paranoia. Forsaken. Onus is on him to see if he can hit some of these shots as well, and return with the fire blind. Spam the shots, they're rattling, but no recipients, no targets to be found and collected. Instead it is just still on CGRS towards the back of the side, but all the smokes are watched.
EG with such exceptional diligence there. Demon 1 stuck in a position.
Demon 1, man!
Trying to frag his way out.
Still getting away with it. Only the one though before traded. Jump spot, damage done, rifle picked up and exchanged. 2v3. A chance to maybe win it.
But almost a frantic tone to the way that PRX is moving around
Spam
here.
Onto the corner, it's a common position, and Bustio is dealt with. Here's the knives, here's the updrafts. At work, through into the corner. Jorgamo shuts it down before it gets away. Too much more to buy.
Pintar anjing Jorgamonya.
An impossible scenario. It's a 1v2. Nobody's giving him a clean fight. Nobody's giving him a fair fight. Running rings around him because they know time is of the essence.
Gila Jorgamo.
None of it, man. None of it.
Jorgamo si anjing segitu.
EG are absolutely running away
Anjing
with this
Asen kuat
final
banget
map.
cok.
I've seen PRX pull off some ridiculous stuff across this run, across their previous tournament runs as well. They're a very experienced team in BO5, but this has got to shake you. Oh. Demon 1 looks like he's absolutely on fire. The game plan is working perfectly. The slow play pace dismantling. All of the early picks going the way of EG. How do they respond? How can PRX get anything out of this?
2 chances left in the half. The money's not good, it's a half buy, they're having to buy and save. for the next, for the final round. Here's the timing once more taken with the drone over the top, lighting him up. Forsaken, he has to use the dash to disengage. He's still locked into the corner. Boostio was waiting for the audio cues. He heard the cross.
Here.
It's going to take magic. Dig themselves out of this hole. Needs to be a massive moment. Shot through the wall, that landed, that connected, straight to the head, flash to set them up, push him back in, it's dismantled in an instant.
And they hear the classic EG play again, leave Demon 1 posted up in B main so they can entry from the opposite side to the initiators. The pinch comes through and Jing left reeling. Doesn't know where the hit's coming from.
Yeah, head on a swivel.
Anjir.
Fluid.
Everything, man.
Absolutely fluid from EG.
Gila, EG.
Brutalizing PRX here. And now you're seeing how this team was able to dismantle Loud in that 13-5 victory.
Take a look at that timeline. A string of rounds, 8 in a row for EG. Paving the way in red.
Looking like they are on a warpath towards their first grand finals ever and a rematch with Fnatic.
They won it. Vengeance is in the air, man. Final round of the first half. No reason to change up too much more. EG have been doing a bit of a flash dart repeat on this one. Similar again, updraft play. No command's actually going to be forced out by PRX. Takes away the knives. Do they still want to fight fair? They main control. They don't really have the util for it. There's a flash. Hot flash underhanded. Winning out that duel, but a paranoia meets them. They have to back away and respect it. Avoiding it. Aim's reset enough. It's a little bit strained. All over the top. Jing! No way. When does this smoke fade?
Here.
And meanwhile, players lurking their way into mid, out in the open. Hunter's Fury clearing it. Boostio, he was called out and he was dealt with there by Mind Freak. This is for the round here. Sometimes takes a bit of chaos has been sewed into it. A lot of individuality on show.
PRX looking good to be able to get the fourth. Where a pistol round, a bonus round, something like that might be able to save things. Jing with a repush.
Has to. There was a sound bait. Good awareness. Just with a jiggle. Good trade from Com. The drop down to 59 health. Has the dart. 25 seconds left. Setting his sight towards the A side. Damage. So much of it being done. Can't quite land enough shots as well to do the job and bring down the opposition. It's all waiting for him. No winning in that scenario. So, 4 rounds earned through sweat and tears. 4 rounds could be enough.
PRX will be hoping that it is. The belief in themselves, I'm sure, won't falter.
Let's send it down to Yinsu with a special guest as well. Interview down on the floor.
Berat sih, berat.
Thank you very much, Saisho and Brent. What a great half that was for EG, and I'm joined by Boostio's mom, one of the great EG supporters here in the arena. First of all, Kelly, you know, they managed to bring it back the map before as well, and they're doing great here. So how are you feeling?
Oh, I am so pumped. I'm so excited. It's Doll's birthday, so we're going to win this for him at least.
Oh, I think they're going to win it for all the fans that are supporting them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And speaking of those fans, a lot of people, you know, doubted this team coming into this tournament. So what have you made of their journey and the fact they're able to get this far?
Never give up, never surrender is my son's motto. And I'm just so impressed and hyped and can't believe I'm here. This is amazing country. Everybody is so sweet. And I'm just living a dream.
I think he's living the dream as well, I'll bet. And speaking of Boostio, you know, how do you feel, how proud are you of the fact that he's not just winning, but he's leading his team to success?
It is amazing. It has been a roller coaster. So him doing this well and the team supporting him just means all the world to this mom.
Well, I mean, in terms of that, how much would it mean to you, and do you think what it would mean to him as well, to be able to win today and reach a grand finals here in Tokyo?
I would die.
Please don't, please don't.
No, I literally am amazed and so pumped, and everybody is rooting for all of us. Couldn't ask for more.
If you could say anything to him right now, you know, he's up there, what would you say?
Boostio, you know I love you. Keldon boy, rocking our names. I appreciate it. I love you, boy.
They've got this. They've got this. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me. EG, oh, no problem at all. EG, they're on the precipice of making that grand final. Saisho and Brent, I'm going to send it back to you guys and see if they can indeed close this out.
Set the stage for it. It's that 4-round lead. Love to see the support from the families as well. I mean, listen, you know, it's nervous energy, of course, but it's almost within their grasp. Just can't let it slip here and now.
And I'm sure the fans, the family, more nervous than even the players in this kind of situation, who've been building up to it their whole careers, looking for a moment like
Here's
this.
a switch up. Tempo increased to the max. Set lineups towards the back. That's a paranoia. Jorgamo couldn't see much. Gio, okay, Demon 1 from heaven. Ethan off to the side. To dart from the, okay, miles away. The flood attempt from EG pays off almost instantly.
Delay.
And Mindfreak left alone, as he has been in so many situations on this map. Just in an unwinnable spot. Thoughts rushing through his head of how quickly this has all turned against him. The round, in some sense, being a microcosm of the map, because it's slipping away from PRX. It looked good to start there, a lot of pressure, but EG were ready to solve it. Flash recon combo, people spamming through, all over in the blink of an eye.
A relatively standard setup here by EG. You know, you have Demon 1 close to the corner, taking his time with it. Ethan seeking as well to help out. You can see the pop flash there. I'm pretty sure Colm fires his dart as well from spawn when he knows that his pressure's coming in over towards A.
Yeah. And they completely dismantle that PRX push. Ethan with a groan. He's about the only player on EG that's used to situations like this. So if it's doing that to Ethan, what's it going to be doing to the rest of them?
Barreling forward, straight down Cat, taking a fight turn, but enough to reset.
Kelar.
He's hunting for more.
Kelar PRX.
2 away. Ace on the cards, but denied.
Denied his chance at a clip. But it'll take a bit more than that for PRX to deny his chance at a grand final. They're closing in.
Kelar di PRX.
Tightening the net around Mindfreak and Divide.
Cutting noise, but a spike out in the open. Really no chance in this round. It would have to be
anything away.
Insane shots with a high-low setup, doubled up, another face round the side. That is going to be 10 rounds now for EG. On the precipice, on the brink.
For Demon 1, top of the scoreboard currently, 19-7. This is his first big event ever in VALORANT. He's played the playoffs in Americas, of course, but in terms of global competition, he didn't even come to lock in.
No.
Everybody else, basically, in franchising, got their opportunity to dip their toes in the waters early and feel out what a stage like this is like. Not Demon 1. Does it appear to have hurt him? Not at all. He's risen to the occasion.
Stepping up when his team needed it. Fast. Off to the side here. It's a cheeky wall over the top. Demon 1 was separated. Removed. A lot of util being expended and sent towards the back of the site. Com trying to anchor from that position. He's slowed down to a crawl. So, just like that, an immediate answer of PRX. Won't be as easy as a path as you might have intended, because that is flawless. All the weapons staying alive. Players healthy.
Bisa nggak kejar nih 5 poin lagi.
And that's a very common exec by PRX, one that they were running a lot of the time over in Pacific. The wall boost up, people flooding in, applying a ton of pressure onto the players hard anchoring the site. This an anti-bonus, so PRX had better weaponry, and Mindfreak making sure that there wasn't a push coming through mid. One of the most common counters to a team that runs a B-pop like that is going to be to push 2 players, maybe even 3, out through mid to flank B main. Here instead, this looks like some kind of recon spam setup over towards tiles.
Flash. Demon 1's pushed off again. Is this the exact same play, really?
Yep.
Ultimate. See the util being cycled now to try and get themselves into the side, but no one really pathing towards the back of it. Kill was found with Divide falling.
It feels like Forsaken was almost waiting for a flash to be able to push further.
He's in danger. Forsaken's really in danger here. Is there going to be the squeeze from behind? The answer is a little bit delayed here. Smoke at his feet. Demon 1 can't take a clean fight, but finally the dart lights him up.
The utility's so good from EG.
Cigarettes, okay. CJRS finding the 2. Shocked up, bringing him down, and Jing has to get off his perch. Away from the wall. TP, it's a fake out! Jorgamo
Anjing itu kayak gitu.
Yeah, don't gotta do it to him like that.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
What's the reason he's pulled that one out?
Absolute fake out.
Unreal.
Depths of TikTok or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, but
the Jorgamo play, seen it in Americas.
Yeah.
But look at this, how well they put the squeeze down onto Forsaken. And that. And it fake like he could be going into the smoke or on top of the wall.
Ketawain anjing.
Yeah.
Emang Jogi mau bangsat.
I really did pull that off. The cider map.
And
Lower
listen,
bracket finals.
Imagine what's going through the EG players' heads right now. They're 2 rounds away from making it to the grand finals.
Credit to the players immediately coming up with an answer as well to disrupt that B hit when it was coming through. Just lost a round to it this time. It's in a prior round, absorbing it. Here's a drone. Tom's going to be spotting out Forsaken. Down mid. Odin at play, Odin at work. Alarm bot, spam off the contact. Narrow angle for Demon 1. Takes it pushed back. There's going to be flanks all over the place here. And Forsaken has found his timing. Disrespect showcased. Wow. Jiggle peeked. I think this is spotted.
Doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, Jorgamo was actually just trying to set up a play. Oh my! They weren't aware of it. The paranoia just a little bit too deep.
What a moment of brilliance from Forsaken.
Boostio anchored towards the back, holding it. Judge in his hand. Do you dare claim him? Do you dare try to clear him out? It's a face together. It nets them the kill. And at this point, Ethan left to back away here. Unwinnable. Facing the wrong way. 4 for Forsaken.
Not allowed to save.
Bisa.
Not at all. What a play by Forsaken, though. He finds the perfect timing through on a very similar play to one that you might expect to see from Demon 1 on the attack side, becoming the lurking jet. But the fact that he also swings and deletes Com. They need more of that from him. They are going to rely on Forsaken so heavily to get this deficit back under control. And it's still all fun and games for EG. They don't really believe the comeback's possible for PRX on the attack side. But this round, it's a gamble. They're all over towards B. It's the wrong side of the map, so PRX are going to get a very easy plant and post-plant here.
Now they did spend all their util with this exec. That's the downside of playing so quickly at the beginning, is that, okay, when you realize there's nobody on the site, you kind of just use all those key pieces of util. Wall, propped up against the door. It's going to be really difficult to chew through when you don't have the weapons for it.
Yeah, that kind of wall is just impenetrable, essentially. That's how you go.
Didn't realize they were already up on the line. It's Demon 1 to answer. Smoke propped down, Divide close to the corner. This is getting a bit dicey, a bit dangerous. There needs to be containment, and there it is. 2 players left standing now.
Flash recon.
Dart, yep. Great combo. Blinded up, yet Forsaken, he is dealing with it well enough.
Pada
Lighting
cari ya.
up. Disrespect being showcased. Everyone's hunting and trying to scramble for the final kill.
But despite the fact that that took a few rifles out of the hands of PRX, their economy is still looking in a good spot. Within 4 rounds now. And PRX's composition, it doesn't have that killjoy. It's still really effective on the attack and defense side. It's perhaps a bit more of a balanced composition, you could argue, than the meta comp that EG are running. But EG are on the favored side of this map, one where most teams are going to be able to rack up many rounds in a row. PRX would need to take the ults that they've earned and turn them into a snowball here.
It's all in again. Nightfall to the back, towards the back side of it, no one's suspecting it. Forsaken, who's right over the top. Not sure if it's a Nightfall or what. Com seeks to equalize, unleashing the Hunter's Fury, and does connect it onto Jing,
who was on top of the wall again. So anticipating the play, they know what it looks like right now from PRX. They're just choosing to play full retake with no command.
Yeah, Ethan's got that one. Lets it loose. Pushing them back, no util to be used in this instance. Already just starting to flood the way back into the site. Has to be the big moment. Demon 1. This guy is just spectacular. It's 3 for him to buy. He's left towards main, but not for much longer. Full defuse and EG, they could feel it. Tension's running high, but maybe they can start to breathe a sigh of relief. That is the 12th round earned for them.
Match point gain for Evil Geniuses in only their 2nd ever best of 5. They have 5 opportunities now to be able to head to a Grand Finals rematch. And the anime arc will continue. Them a second shot at taking down the Titan. The big dogs. The big bad at the end. And the belief must be absolutely flowing in the camp currently. EG can feel it. It's within touching distance. The biggest moment of their careers.
Will there be the nuance from PRX? They've been all in at the beginning of almost every single one of these rounds. No strangers to it now. You can see pushing into mid, close to the corner, sprayed down but traded. Clear advantage this time to PRX. It was a different turn of events.
And
It
Ethan
bait the reswing.
Ethan alone. It looks like an A split where he's going to be under incredible pressure here.
It's Ethan to try and finalize. Shut this down before it gets going. Prowler, flash over the top. That's caught onto a multitude of players. Nade, barreling forwards. Heaven control is dealt with. Com's still there, pushing the issue and forcing the fights towards him.
Aduh, plan di situ.
The spike is going to be denied. Boostio has brought it to a 1v2. Rez is available. Jing wants to use it. Don't want this round to escape them.
Boostio's going for the big wraparound play here. Has he found the timing early enough? I mean, for some reason, PRX seemed to think he could be back up at Heaven here.
Yeah.
I think the wall would have blocked that from happening.
He's been watched out, just an angle, but now he knows exactly where he is. Mind Freak holding the cross, Shorty in his hand. Extension of play in the series. We keep going.
4 opportunities. These are going to tick down. And EG, their economy is not in a great spot. Probably the best decision here would be for EG to take an eco round. But then the score, you're thinking 12-9. And suddenly, all of the laughing on the EG side of the camp, the carefree attitude, you might see some doubts start to creep in.
Might start to fade away.
PRX have got to keep it absolutely clean, literal perfection from them, round after round being put up on the board. But as they get closer, the mental pressure on EG is going to increase.
4 lagi, Cok. Apa bisa overtime ya? Kumat.
For a team like PRX, they've defied all expectations to even get here in the first place. I mean, substituting one of your best players, who you've essentially defined all of your strategies, your compositions around, sometimes pulling out his Reina play. Subbing in CJRS with 10 days practice at the beginning before this event even kicked off. I don't think even themselves, listen, I think it's fair to say, I don't think they were even expecting to be able to go on the run in the fashion that they have so far.
I think you could say that about both teams.
Yeah.
Something that EG kept repeating in press conferences was, we have no expectations. And when you have no expectations, but you continue to perform excellently, you get runs like this from both of these teams. Defying the odds and clashing here in the lower bracket final.
There's tension in the air.
Demon 1, 27 kills across 20 rounds, almost double the next player on EG.
The lone rifle for his team that's otherwise on the half pipe. For PRX looking, just grab another one. This is rare for them, isn't it? Slow down once more. No big all-ins on either side of the extremities, just exploring towards mid, keeping control of A main.
Trying to feel out some kind of tactic from EG. Remember, this team is known for their trap plays. Making something happen like that would be a great way to push it over the line.
It's a close play. It's Boostio to take the contact. Ethan holding a flash. He's going to be swinging off of it. Boostio sees it. Lands it. Pop flash in his face. Jumping right clicks. This is getting dangerous. More than dangerous. A little bit prior, it was Demon 1 who also ripped off the head of one of the players. PRX now. It's a scramble. 40 seconds remaining.
How many times do we see it where a comeback like this gets halted by a Thrifty? While teams just freeze up. Forsaken could be the difference maker here.
Still
trying to
walking.
lead his team in.
Nice cold with it. Slow to try and cross in. 4 positions gained. TP into the back of the site, showing up those defenses. They handed the rifle over to Ethan. He does not get the kill, but lined it up. Jorgamo is in the action. He's in the fight, and players are loaded. He might just be able to do it. Jumping shut down. Tavai, surely he's finished. It's a 1v1 to save them in the series. The spike needs to be planted and Com knows it. He's slowed it all the way down. He's playing it safe. The shock darts at play. There needs to be the plan. There needs to be the fight force down. Com's done it. Paving the way on a thrifty. EG are destined to get that rematch.
And then Janis Ray PRX.
They win in the final round in the most unlikely
Gila.
fashion of a thrifty
Dah.
play.
Ten.
That's a classic in hand to finish it off. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about EG's run throughout this,
Dah, tamayin na ya.
finding the wins in the most unlikely fashion, and yet looking excellent all throughout their run in Masters Tokyo. What a run!
Ayan, Tejo.
What a team to have.
Yes, off dah. Thank you.
PRX also would have